Michael. I'm playing Ricky Lang tonight. You may remember Ricky as the brother of Amythest, also the slayer of a professor and the now one-armed bandit.
Hey, I'm Wayne. I'm playing Gretsky, the hoodie hacker with a heart of Bitcoin.
Hey, your favorite formerly Samsonite lugging around dude who is very distraught at his lack of luggage.
All right, so welcome to Openly Gamer Theater's production of East Texas University Extracurricular Activities. We are playing Savage Worlds Suede Edition, and for those of you not familiar with Savage Worlds, it's a very quick, fun game set that's perfect for something like this with a stream, and it's also can be very deadly, and we have had fatalities in the past, so you can expect that player characters could fall. It not only one, multiple could fall if things happen and fall the wrong direction. So we do have another player who's going to be joining us, and they will be revealed a little bit later. But for right now, the player characters are all part of the paranormal investigations club at East Texas University. And everybody's already done their introductions, so I will introduce myself. And my name is Eric, and I am the game master for this episode. Okay, so the way we're going to start is that it has been 1 month from the last time the paranormal activities or the paranormal investigations club has met, which, like was mentioned before by Ricky, a professor was killed during winter break. The faculty advisor for your club is Professor Linden, and he had a lot of explaining to do as to what was going on, why your club was meeting during winter break and everything. So and then of course there was the untimely demise of Frank, one of the members of the club.
Untimely?
Well, I guess you.
It was timed pretty well, actually.
I mean, I think it was decently timed.
So
Parkour to death.
That's right, death by parkour. So
it wasn't so much the parkour that killed him; it was the landing.
Yes, he stuck the landing. So what?
Not to mention the untimely loss of a hand.
Yes, and that is one of the reasons why there has been a month past since the last time you met, and that's because Ricky has been in the hospital recovering from a very serious arm injury. Ricky, what arm was that again?
That was his right arm.
Ooh, okay.
And Ricky was right-handed, so
yes, having a great time.
This has been difficult for him. He lost his best friend, his most consistent date. There's been a lot of loss for Ricky.
Yes,
with the loss of that arm.
So, Professor Linden met with the rest of through your group we chat app. You have organized a welcome back Ricky party at the student center. Now, you guys would normally meet in one of the meeting rooms at the student center. It's a multi-level building in the middle of campus. It has meeting rooms and has like a small auditorium and all that stuff. So meeting in your normal meeting room at the student center, and Professor Linden said that meet at 7:00 and we'll have a pizza party as a welcome back Ricky. So the only person that's part of the group that declined is Amythest. She said that really she was just I'm busy, or I can't even, or whatever her lame ass excuse was, she's not going to be there for her own brother's welcome back party, and has completely like muted everybody. So she's just kind of like fallen off the grid for a little while. But Professor also says that there is a few other students that have signed up for the club since all of this, and of course everybody has for like a week or so has been talking about the things that had happened, and the fact that Ricky's coming back after this grievous injury, and so one of these people that have shown an interest is a sophomore. His name is Monroe, and Monroe's going to be there, and this is going to be his first meeting. So he's, the joke is that, oh, you're really just going to be there for the pizza, to which Monroe just didn't even really respond. So as you are all arriving there, who is the first to arrive?
I would definitely say that Tuco would probably be first.
Okay.
Because he's prompt and gets to him things early, so he's just kind of like there,
Okay.
and like before you're supposed to actually be there, kind of like out front, kind of just waiting for the doors to open.
Oh, waiting for like the janitor to unlock the
yeah,
door.
yeah, like
Yeah. So yeah, like Jerry the janitor is like, are you supposed to be standing here, kid?
Ricky is coming back. Ricky, I'm gonna see him when he comes back.
No, all right, man. Okay. So you want me to just unlock this door or what?
Please?
Yeah, I guess it's all right. You're not gonna steal nothing, are you?
No.
All right, I trust you. You don't look.
Thanks.
Yeah, you don't look like some of them other kids. So I'll unlock this door. He rattles the key. He knows it's one of those. He's got like 6 zillion keys on his key ring.
Jingle jangle.
Yeah,
Jingle.
but it's like he doesn't like fish through to find the right one. He knows it's like feel, floop, has the right one in his hand.
Oh,
boom, boom, boom. Yeah, he's like a key savant.
He's a master of his craft.
That's right. So yeah, he opens the door for you, and he's like, you're not gonna poop in there, are you? The last time I opened the door for a kid, he pooped in there.
There's a restroom, right?
Right down the hall.
I'll go poop in there.
Make sure nobody poops in there. I'll keep. Your name's Ricky.
Yeah.
All right, Ricky. If anybody poops in there, I know who to talk to.
Oh, yes, you do.
All right.
Yes, sir. And I do this like a really half-assed like salute, like I'm saluting.
Every time you say poops, like it just, I don't know if the way you're saying it is fucking killing me, man.
Sorry.
I gotta keep a straight face so hard right now. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome, brother.
All right. So Tuco, you're let in, and it's dark in there. You turn the lights on, and you see that there is somebody sleeping in the corner of the room.
Sleeping.
Yeah, it's a young man. He looks like he's got a oh god, what do they call those sweaters? Cable knit sweater.
Oh, okay.
And he's kind of like hunched over, and he's kind of, his head's bowed, and he's got his hair's really short, except in the front it looks like he probably like does like a small pompadour bump to it, but for right now it's kind of hanging like he's got a big flap on the top of his head, and he just kind of he's not snoring anything, and he looks pretty physically fit, and he's just kind of head kind of tilted sideways.
Okay. Point of order.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had the time off, Tuco did get a police report of everything that occurred and filed his insurance papers on his Samsonite luggage suitcase with all of the microphones and camera lighting equipment he had in the suitcase, because it was actually packing a pretty good price tag on the whole thing.
Sure.
And replaced all his equipment. So he's also pulling behind him. He didn't get the one that he wanted, though. Didn't get the slate gray one that he had before. They were out of that one, so he had to get this really nasty canary yellow looking one that's very ostentatious looking, and he's dragging it around with him. So he takes it and he turns it around. Long story to get to. Goes over and just kind of bumps him.
Okay.
With the case. Full extension, as far as he can get away,
All right.
Very, just bumps him.
All right. Eyes snap open and says, what the fuck, man?
What the fuck, man? Well,
Can't you see I'm chilling here?
No, you're sleeping. Chilling isn't. That's not what you were doing.
You really shouldn't sneak up on somebody like that.
And you shouldn't fall asleep in the auditorium.
All right. He looks around. Says, "This isn't the auditorium, man.
Well, I mean,
This is a
we gotta
meeting
get this place ready. Are you ready to go?
Is this where the pizza party is?"
You camped out for a pizza party?
Well, actually, I came back here to get high, but that's beside the point.
Did you get high yet?
Were you successful?
All right. He kind of blinks a little bit and he goes, yeah, man, I'm baked. So where's the pizza?
It's on its way.
Okay.
You got any left?
He points behind you. Who's that?
And I quickly turn around behind me because I thought I was the only one in here until now.
So coming in the door is, who's next?
I think Gretsky was probably waiting for the lights to come on. As
Okay.
usual, I don't want to be the first person there, but I'll be the first person and I'll watch and wait for someone else to go in.
Oh, okay. So you saw the janitor
You're
unlock the
watching.
door. You didn't see this person come in the room at all. So yeah, you're who knows how long they've been in here. So yeah, Gretsky's walking in at Tuco as this person points behind you and says, "Who's that?"
You don't know me? My blog has tens of visitors a month now.
He's like, "Who blogs? Who blogs?" All right, and then grabs his phone and like activates Tick and goes, "Who the fuck blogs anymore?" And then he turns the camera around towards you and goes, "This is who." And then he turns back to himself and says, "Who knew?"
As soon as he turned his camera phone around, I'm like, I just put my hand
Covering yourself up. Okay.
What? Okay, guys, you gotta make this weird.
All right, he stands up and he says, sorry, my name's Monroe. Monroe Sullivan. How are you? Aren't you a couple of mysteriosos?
I'm like, Wayne,
Which one of you's Ricky?
the janitor. And I walk away with my Samsonite bag and I head to the main table where stuff's going to be set up at, and I start walking in that direction. I'm like, you talk to him, Wayne.
You'll know Ricky. He's the guy missing an arm.
Oh, that's rude.
It's kind of new.
All right, Professor Linden comes walking in and he goes, "Oh,
You'd know
everybody's
all
here."
about it if you read my blog.
And that's when Professor Linden walks in and says, "Oh, yes, Gretsky, about your blog. I thought you were supposed to interview me. Whatever happened with that?"
You had all those meetings.
I'm
ready to interview you anytime.
I do have a lot of meetings. Unusual for someone who's not a department head, huh? Oh, I see you've all met Monroe.
Who is this kid?
He goes, "Monroe Sullivan, I told you."
Okay, yeah, okay. Can you tell me where you want me to put up the lights and the microphones, please? And he's taking stuff out of his luggage on the table.
Professor says, I leave that to you, Tuco. You're the professional.
And then he like goes, he heads to like, I'm assuming like maybe a stage or something area, or is like a setup.
Yeah, just a
then,
little, like a small, like a podium area. Yeah.
So I kind of like heading up to like, back of house with like, I'm looking for like extra lines and cables and stuff to like set stuff up. And like, I'm setting up like little lighting and camera things. So that way there's like a spotlight area for where Ricky's sitting, for like where Ricky's at. So it's kind of like all like on him.
Okay. All right. The professor messages you, Ricky, and says, "Hey, let me know when you're here so I can walk in with you."
A text comes back a few minutes later. The professor's phone has the dots on it for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
Like Martin
The three
Scorsese.
dots. And then just a response that says, "I'm here."
Oh, and he stands up and he says, "Okay, well, while you guys are finishing this up, I'm going to go help Ricky come in. Monroe, help Tuco, because sometimes he can get a little carried away. Gretsky, do what you do. I don't know. Is Amythest not coming?"
She didn't tell you?
Well, I just got the group message, so I didn't know if you guys, I know how students are. You probably have a private channel where you talk about me and stuff, but and that's okay. I'm not judging,
no,
but,
I haven't.
you know.
No, she hasn't talked to. I don't. She hasn't talked to me. She hasn't. I haven't heard from.
I haven't heard from her.
Okay. Well, let me go get Ricky and see if he needs some help and stuff.
You should ask Ricky. Maybe she's. I don't know.
That's a good idea. I think I will.
So when he walks out, I open up my laptop, and I'm going to try to hack the school's network so I can look up information about this the new kid.
Oh, Monroe Sullivan. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make.
Wait, what's his name again, Eric?
It's Monroe Sullivan the third.
Because we actually have electricity for now.
Yes, you do. You certainly do have electricity. Which reminds me, one of the quirks of ETU is what is called the strangeness table. So I will draw a card. It's from a standard deck of cards. And whatever I draw will determine the weird strangeness. Now, sometimes it'll go immediately into effect, and sometimes it will actually take a little while. So the card that I draw, and this can be meta knowledge, so the players can know this. If you're running a game like at home or with a regular group that's not like streaming their game, you can keep this secret. But for the purposes of this, I will show you that we have the 6 of clubs.
6 of clubs.
So the 6 of clubs. Okay. I will incorporate that into what happens. And then when it happens, I will say, this is the strangeness that I had drawn. So that way it's, and those of you who have the East Texas University rulebook can see what that is.
But there's a rule book for this game?
Well, sure. It is a
Yeah,
setting.
I had to look it up. I didn't get it.
It's a setting book.
So I got a 9 on my hacking.
A 9. Okay, well, in Savage Worlds, you need a 4, so that's considered a raise. So you hack into the school's system. You're looking specifically for Monroe Sullivan the third?
Yep.
Okay.
What classes does he have? What are his grades? And I modify them to lower them.
Oh, it is theoretically possible to lower his grades, but you probably don't have to, because looks like he's barely passing. He has horrible attendance, and he is a theater major.
I would say that while you're doing this, and like your Wi-Fi notifications or whatever, you'll get a ping as soon as I get all of the microphones set up and hooked up, and you'll get the wireless signal so that you can pick up all the mics.
Okay. Yep. All right. So Ricky, you're outside, and Professor Linden comes walking up, and he says, "Oh, Ricky, it's so good to see you." And the professor visited you in the hospital, so it's not like you were completely like disconnected from everybody. So he's like, is everything going okay? Do you need anything?
But can we just go get this over with?
Well,
Really?
Sure. Yeah. If you're not up to it, it's not, it's fine.
I'm up to it. It's fine. I just let's just go. Let's just go get it over with. And Ricky's looking a little bit gaunt. He's lost a bit of weight from the hospital stay. His skin's a little pale. He's wearing a t-shirt, which no one's ever seen him wear a t-shirt before. And he's wearing like a pair of jeans. He's got like a blazer top. Like it's a checkered blazer. It doesn't really match the t-shirt, but that's not a big surprise. And clearly one arm of the jacket, the right arm, is not filled.
Okay. All right. So you don't have anything to carry, like a book bag or anything like that?
He's just got his phone in his hand.
Okay. All right. So the professor walks in with you, and then as the two of you walk in, you see Gretsky and Tuco and this person that you've never met before, and they're the only three people in the room. And the professor says, "The pizza should be here momentarily."
Ricky, how you holding up? You gonna get a robotic arm? They make those.
Let's just go right to that then.
Well, maybe have you heard from Amythest?
Oh yeah, she spent a lot of time with me in the hospital. She's tired. She's exhausted. They sent me home. I told her to go home. She didn't need to come to this.
So she's cool.
I mean, cool. Define cool.
Never mind. And I kind of just kind of swim her away, kind of.
All right, Monroe.
Ricky looks at the professor and is like, "Great turnout."
All right, he looks around. He says, "Well, yeah, there were others that with classes started back up, and
It's Professor. It's fine. This is more than people than I expected, to be perfectly honest."
All right, and that's when Monroe walks up and says, "Hey, Ricky, my name is Monroe. It's nice to meet you. He kind of he doesn't look at your arm at all. Looks right at your face and is like, "Are you okay?"
Who are you?
Monroe. I'm new here.
What he is, Monroe, is a hero.
Is the professor around at all?
Yeah, he's standing right there.
Okay.
When Gretsky says that, actually, Ricky his skin is already a little pale, but he turns definitely a shade of pink, and just kind of rolls his eyes, and kind of nods a little bit toward Gretsky, in thanks for saying it. But he turns back to Monroe. "I don't know you. I'm fine, thanks, as well as I'm going to be for the moment. And thanks for coming. Hope you enjoy the pizza."
All right. He kind of stands there for a second, kind of like as if he has. You get this feeling that he has probably something very snarky to say, but then he kind of swallows it and he goes, "Well, I'm glad you're all right." And then kind of steps back and looks over at Tuco and walks over and says, "What's up with this horribly body yellow thing that you got here?"
Okay, so well, those are 4 XLR microphones to get where they're sitting at here, and then those are shotgun microphones, so that way we get the area, and those are Nuvo lights over there, so that you get the lighting just right. So
he holds his hand up and says, "Oh, I get it. You're tech." And he just kind of keeps his hand up, kind of turns and walks away.
I'm so signing this guy up for 2 gym classes next semester.
All right. So the professor is on his phone, and he says, "Do I?" All right. He goes, "Well, Pizza Barn or Lorenzo's? I think I forgot to hit send on my order.
What?
So I mean, I could back out now.
Why would you back out? I want pizza.
Well, I mean, is everybody okay with Pizza Barn? I mean, it's like
I mean, Lorenzo's is better, but
Yeah.
okay.
Any
I mean-
any food's better that doesn't come from a barn.
Lorenzo's is better. Pizza Barn is kind of garbage pizza, but I mean, let's just go with the theme.
do you want garbage pizza?
No, I want Lorenzo's, but I mean, if we're not gonna be able to get Lorenzo's, then I guess
Back out.
garbage pizza it is.
Back out. Okay.
Back out.
That's all I needed to hear. He backs out. Ooh. Should I have? Okay. I'll have Lorenzo's do it. 'Cause
Lorenzo.
Yeah. I don't want.
That's the most you've ever heard Tuco kind of like go out on a limb.
Okay. So the lighting is now set up. There's a little bit of music going on. It's still very awkward as everyone's kind of standing there and mingling. And Monroe is just kind of has come over to Gretsky and is like, "Hey, that your playlist is slamming," which really surprises me. Honestly, I mean, no offense to you, you don't come across as somebody with how do I put this delicately, music taste, but you know, this is actually pretty good.
Thank you.
You might work on your transitions though.
I'll do that.
Oh, okay. And then he gets on his phone and just kind of like zones out. So after an inordinately awkward period of time, you hear the door kind of rattle and opens up. And standing there is Frank.
Ah!
What the fuck? Like he
What's up,
drops
fam?
his case on the ground.
Ricky looks up and like the phone falls from. He was paying attention to his phone. The phone falls from his left hand onto the floor, like with a loud like crack.
Okay. So
You're dead.
So Frank, how are you looking right now?
He's actually looking fairly normal. He's probably dressed. He's got a semi-tight fitting T-shirt on.
Not covered in grave dirt, is he?
He is not covered in grave dirt. He's wearing a signature pair of skinny jeans. He probably has. He's feeling a little bit different this evening, though. So he probably is sockless and wearing a pair of loafers, but he pulls it off, and hair is appropriately coiffed. And he stands in the doorway, and he's like, "What's up, fam? Hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, all right. Gretsky, nice beats. Sounding good. Hey, Tuco, what? Dude, where's the gray?
Oh,
There's no gray."
No,
He's gonna
no.
like starts tapping the.
Could you not? Could you just? I mean,
What?
it's like it's brand new. You don't have to scratch it.
You got a new case?
What this is? It's a replacement.
You
And then I
lost
like
your other case?
Yeah, the night you died.
Yeah, about that. What the fuck, man?
Are
Hold
you
on,
a government
hold
clone?
Hey, hold on. This isn't really all about me. It's really more about this guy. And he goes and he slides over to Ricky, and he purposely but inadvertently puts out the wrong hand to shake. It just kind of holds it there. And then, come on, bring it in. Hey, what's going on, man?
Ricky stands up quickly and is like, "Don't fucking touch me!
What?
What are you doing here?
Well,
Why
I
are
heard-
you here?"
Well, one, I heard there was Lorenzo's, so of course I'm gonna be here. And then something Ricky's back or something hand or something.
How did you hear about it?
I,
Did your government agents, handlers tell you?
Well, if by handlers you mean, the person who, once told me that they might want to be my agent maybe someday, then sure. Yeah, something like that, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I just got a text saying there was a party for Ricky here at the
Whole time they're
clubhouse.
talking, I walk up and I'm just kind of poking him in the shoulder, like to see if he's real. Like just
Tuco, I'm going to let that slide because it's you, my friend.
what?
And I like the new color of the case.
What?
Hey, who's the new guy? I don't recognize that dude.
All right.
He's a
Oh, wait, no, hold on. Wait, I have seen that guy before.
what?
I have him in one of my classes. He's in early Renaissance theater history, maybe like once.
Get pan over to Ricky, and I'm like, make this make sense.
Frank, what's the last thing you remember?
Ricky's picking up his phone off the ground.
Coming up the stairs and coming in here and seeing all my buds. Where's Amythest? Where's Amy?
Oh,
Ricky
I'm not
holds
telling her.
Ricky holds his phone up with his left hand, and you hear that camera, like that little, and he pulls the phone down, and he actually says, "Okay, Google, text that picture to Amy."
Is she like feeling all right? Oh, wait, let me guess. Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna guess.
Phone says
She can't even.
messaging Jamie.
Not Jamie, you stupid. Oh,
No. Hey, dude,
one fucking hand, and
no,
send
it. No, I look good at this. Send it to Jamie. Send it to
You
Send it to
see
Jamie.
Ricky,
Send it to Jamie. I
like
look really good
messing.
in
He's
that
doing his
picture.
best with one hand to try and text.
She tried ghosting me. Send it to Jamie.
I don't even know a Jamie.
It'll be cool if he said it comes from you. Like, look who's here. It's Frank.
Fuck you, Frank. You're dead. You're supposed to be dead. You died, Frank. We all saw you die. Well, we technically we didn't see you die. We saw you jump over a railing and then you died.
Oh, right. Was that not the sweetest fucking thing you've ever seen? Oh my gosh, that was so awesome. Wait a second. Did you guys say dead?
Yeah.
Monroe says, "You've got to be dead wearing loafers with no socks."
I feel like I'm supposed to know you, but probably not.
All right, he looks at you and says, he kind of like lingers on you and says, "Hi, Frank. We've had class together. You're right."
Yeah. Theater major?
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay. Props. Fist bump.
All right. Gives you a fist bump.
What happened after you splatted on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I didn't splat. Let's just get that out of the way right now.
Oh no, you splatted. There was blood and everything.
Okay. All right. Look. Fine. So I landed. I didn't quite stick the landing, like a 7. By the way, I'm playing my stubborn hindrance where I rarely admit what happened.
I am like detective investigator bringing down the lights on you, like spotlight, like all on you right now. I'm like,
as soon as the spotlight hits, Frank just immediately goes like into stage mode, and he's like,
oh god.
So yes, and he kind of goes into like a little like one-man show monologue kind of thing, like, yeah, so maybe I didn't stick the landing, but I still landed on my feet, because you always got to land on your feet. I've got to work extra hard. I've got to work. I'm not in this white man's world. I've got to work twice as hard.
No, I saw your fall. You landed on your face.
Look,
it wasn't.
Yeah, he did.
There, it was kind of dark. I mean, maybe you saw something different. But
while the monologue
anyway.
is going on, Ricky is on his phone, holding the phone up to his face, and he's like, "Amy, I'm not fucking kidding. It's him. He's here. He's alive. He's here." And he's holding the phone out as Frank is talking.
Okay, so first of all, somebody I believe is pitching me for a Benny.
And you have a new Benny, Frank.
Look at that! Look at that! He passed it through the internet.
Through the
It's
internet.
amazing.
That's right. It's like Wonka
Yeah.
vision.
So maybe
Wait a minute. I thought cast members couldn't give bennies.
Gage isn't here. Gage
She's not a
isn't here
cast
right now.
member tonight.
Fine.
So yes, I may not have stuck the landing, but again, in my defense, it was dark. So you see what you want to see. That's what good theater's all about. So, but once I got down, well, no, then
Hey,
shit. Now I can't remember exactly what did happen.
You died.
hey, Frank.
Well, I mean, it was like I said, it was dark, and I remember hold on a minute, Tuco. I remember moving and something, and then I'm sure what probably ended up happening. I'll just kind of summarize guess. I'm pretty sure what ended up happening is I got fucking ripped. I mean, as in party ripped. And when he says ripped, he'll tug on his shirt a little bit just to expose just a little bit of the abs, because that's a reflex action for Frank. And so I know I must have had a good time because I woke up and just with the boxer briefs, man. And it's funny that it's funny that you say that covered in dirt, because when I woke up, I was a little, had a little dirt on me, so I knew I had a pretty good time out in the woods or something. I mean, because I was in the woods just outside of campus, and and then I just thought I needed some me time, man, and there you go.
You've been
Tuco's tugging on
gone
your
for a
shirt.
month.
Has it been that long? Jeez.
Yes, it's been that long.
I guess I needed a lot of me time. You know what? Honestly, I probably didn't really miss that much just because my classes, Monroe will tell you. I mean, they ain't that tough, right, dude?
All right, after tugging at your shirt and all the talk about boxer briefs, Monroe is now sitting down and fanning himself. I'm sorry, Frank. What? You were saying something?
Well, yeah. I was just but you know what though? Let's not dwell on the past. My brothers, my brothers from another mothers. We're here to celebrate Ricky, or most of Ricky. So
Okay. Sure, Frank. But
If that's your real name.
I'll let this go, but Frank, there was a lot of blood. A lot. So, you are back.
Tuco, and Frank will kind of get in close. Tuco, if you saw a lot of blood, that's just good acting on my part, buddy.
And he slowly backs away with the lights and just kind of slowly.
All right, so
Amy. And Ricky looks at his phone. Well, Amy thinks I'm messing with her, and she seems pretty mad, and I think she blocked me. So, so that's a thing.
All right. Look, how soon as the pizza gets here, and Frank looks over to one of the side doors. He goes, because I got to poop, and last time I was in here, I pooped in that room over there. Don't say anything.
All right, the Professor Linus goes, well, as I recall, there's a bathroom right outside the door there.
Huh.
Yeah, why don't you go use the bathroom down the hall, Frank?
All right, hey, sure. How soon as the pizza gets here?
Don't poop on the floor, Frank.
We'll save you pizza.
All right, he holds up, Professor holds up his phone and looks and says, well, the little car, it looks like it's about 5 minutes away.
Oh, look at that. All right.
You have enough time to poop, Frank.
Oh, thank goodness. All right.
All right. Monroe's like, bye.
Later.
Monroe's
I
sitting.
frantically run over to Wayne. I'm like, you don't believe a word he fucking said, do you?
No,
And Ricky,
no, the government had to have brought him back.
Ricky kind of runs up into this little group as well. Guys, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know, but that ain't Frank.
It
Frank
can't
died.
be Frank. He's dead.
Well, I mean, it sure acts like Frank. Sounds like Frank. And I poked him enough times.
What if
Feels like Frank.
It definitely has Frank's ego.
what if that whole thing was just like a fucking illusion? What if that whole thing was this, whatever that force was messing with us?
That was a lot of blood, man.
I know.
And what the fuck were those things? I had to replace, and I point at my fucking canary yellow Samsonite. I'm like, I didn't fucking destroy it or stab it.
No, I'm not saying everything was an illusion. I'm trying to. I mean, there's got to be a fucking reason he's back.
Well,
Something has to explain this.
Yeah, and even if he survived, he didn't ask what happened the rest of the night.
constant
He didn't-
surveillance.
Yeah, he didn't ask what happened, how we got away, how we stopped it, what happened to you. He didn't ask any of that.
Ricky,
No,
you
not at
know
all.
Frank? Does he go in the woods? Does he?
I don't
go
really
hang
know
out?
Frank. Amy knows Frank.
Well, ask
Amy
Amy.
and
Does
Frank
he go hang
dated.
out?
Amy's not talking to me right now because she thinks I'm messing with her when I tried to tell her that Frank is alive. Fuck. And
Whew,
Ricky,
that's a lot of quinoa.
with his right hand, Ricky reaches
But
into his jacket
he-
pocket and pulls out like a bottle
That's
of pills.
gross,
And,
Frank.
like pops two.
Okay.
Ooh,
Monroe
save some for the rest
kind of
of
looks
us.
over at you like, hey.
Fuck you guys. These are for my arm. I'm not trying to get high. Okay?
Maybe we should try, Ricky.
Well, not with these. They're expensive.
Perks.
Go smoke your mall weed.
Mall weed.
All right. So as this is going on, the professor's like, "Oh, looks like the pizza's here. I'll go and guide him in, I guess." So he's like, "You can talk about drugs and things like that while I'm gone, if you don't mind." And then
And I kind of like start to like follow him out. Like I'm going to help him with the pizzas.
okay, all right. And Monroe is now on his phone, not even paying attention to anybody.
Frank,
So,
we had a funeral.
For who?
For you.
What? And you didn't invite me? Well, seriously?
Ricky
You had like
scrolls
an-
through his phone with his right thumb, or sorry, not his right thumb, with his left thumb. Ricky's right thumb no longer exists. He
Dude.
scrolls through his phone a couple times, and he shows you a picture of your gravestone.
Look at that. Wow. Okay, wait a second. So, two questions.
No,
Ricky.
this is over in Oakview. This is literally 4 blocks away. We can walk over to see it.
Okay, so is this like? I mean, I know my birthday's coming up, but so is this like some sort of like pre-birthday punk thing going on? Like you're pranking me or whatever? Is this like what is that? What is that? Impractical jokers?
I've been in the hospital for a month, Frank. I haven't really had time to put together a fucking practical joke.
Oh. Okay, so you don't really your right arm is not like tucked into your jacket or something.
He like Ricky like takes his hand and throws the jacket back off, and it's clearly there is roughly like 6 to 7 inches of arm, and the rest of it's gone. It's wrapped in gauze. It's got like a silicone cap on it.
Oh my gosh.
This really happened, Frank.
Holy shit. So you're like how long has it been like that?
A month. The
The
same
night
night
you
you died.
So you've been in like stranger mode then for like a month? I mean, left hand, right?
Ricky's right left hand like flies up and goes to like kind of punch Frank.
All right, that's a fighting check.
Well, Ricky doesn't have fighting, so
So that's going to be a D4 minus a D4 and a wild die at a -2.
and Ricky's strength is not high.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna ace this, and you're literally gonna smack my head right off.
Yeah,
So-
kills Frank.
While
And the wild die is another is just to,
It's a
to
D6.
remind myself is a D6 or D4.
D6.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and you just take whatever rolls the highest.
Yep.
-2.
Correct.
So that's a 1.
Okay, a modified one or
That is a 1. That's a straight 1.
Oh,
Like after
it's a
after
crit fail, or it's
did both of them roll 1 or just the
No,
one?
it is a modified 1.
Okay.
There's a 3 minus the 2.
All right. So Frank, Ricky takes a feeble swing at you.
And his phone, like Ricky's phone, goes flying out of his hand, like across, and you hear it hit the ground and crack again.
Okay. Ricky, you just took some painkillers. Just take a deep breath. They're gonna kick in soon. Just relax, man.
Don't tell me to
Everything-
relax, Frank. You're supposed to be dead.
But I'm not.
All right, and as-
I'm like right here.
The phantom
I
shit.
literally just took a dump. I mean, it smelled like it was dead. I'll tell you that much. But no, I'm fine. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily remember everything that happened, but and I took some me time to kind of recover because when I woke up, I didn't feel very good. But but not as good as you because clearly this is about you. Even though I'm here,
this is Amy's thing. But right now, I can't even. Gretsky, will you please handle this? And Ricky kind of turns and walks to go pick up his phone off the floor.
Yeah, I grab my laptop, kind of like, your death certificate, your obituary.
look at that. They spelt my name wrong in the obituary. Son of a bitch. All right, it's Talamantes. Just one E on the end.
Where did you go after you woke up in the woods for your me time? Because you didn't go to the dorm because
No,
you don't have a dorm anymore because you're dead.
Right. Well, I didn't really feel like going back there anyway. It's just, I mean, it's got that, musty, like sock smell. I wasn't really feeling that. And then, and I just, I didn't really like, roommate. No, I didn't really want to deal with him. And, I don't remember, I think.
That's what someone would say if they were brainwashed by the government after being revived or cloned. But why you?
Well, I guess I would say to that, why not me? I mean, right? I mean, come on.
The door opens and Tuco and Professor and the delivery person for Lorenzo's comes walking in. They've got one of those AV carts, like the gray rubber, like plasticky looking carts, and just stacked with pizzas. It looks like the professor accidentally tripled his order. So as the rolling in, and so Tuco and the professor walking in, and this big giant stack of pizzas, and whoever's pushing it, the cart is dwarfed by the stack of pizzas, so that whoever it is can't even see where they're going. So the professor's got one hand on the front of the cart, making sure it doesn't run into anything.
I imagine at this point, actually, I'm behind the cart, pushing it very tryingly.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm such a large person, and
Are you also
professor?
Are you pushing the cart and hauling your case at the same time?
Oh yeah, no, because it's pull push, like at the airport, and the professor and the delivery guy are going back and forth because he kind of messed up his credit card thing a little bit,
Right,
and
right.
they're going back, and so I'm just pushing the pizza towards everybody.
Yeah. So the delivery person, her name is Brittany. She has a Lorenzo's Pizza patch, and then the stitched, the press on stitching that says Brittany, and you could tell that they had misspelled her name with a Y, and she like picked at it or cut it so it looks like it's Britain, and then like a little bit of an I. And so she's walking in, and she's carrying like breadsticks and stuff, and the professor's like, "Oh, food's here, everybody! Dig in. There's plenty for everybody. I might go next door and get the anthropology club. If we want to give away some of this food because I accidentally ordered too much. I got excited, I guess. Having Ricky back."
So there's no such thing as too much pizza. It's
and then he goes, "And Frank back."
Don't you have anything to say about that, Professor?
All right,
Yeah, Professor, what do you think? Frank's here.
All right, he says, Am I being jackassed? And he kind of looks around.
See, that's what I think is happening here. But apparently Ricky's arm thing is like a real thing, I guess.
Oh,
Yes, it's a real thing, Frank.
I mean,
God,
look,
how could you be so dense?
Okay, look, I took the Stan Winston prosthetics course, and honestly, it looks really, really close to the stuff that he did, So I'm sorry I didn't believe you right away. And because maybe, Monroe, back me up here, dude. Did you take that class yet?
All right, he kind of looks up from his phone and goes, "Huh?"
Never mind. Look, and then Frank will go and do some bad Spanish as he goes and looks for the taco pizza.
Yeah.
I grab a sausage pizza and I head over to Monroe and I just kind of drop it at his feet.
All right. He just kind of looks at it and looks up at you and says, "Gracias." And he reaches
I
up
kind
and
of
picks
pop
it
a
up.
squat next to him.
And so Brittany's standing there. She's just kind of curiously looking around at there's a lot of tension in this room. And she's like, are you guys like a club or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, is this like are you guys doing an act or something? Because you guys are really good.
Yeah.
Brittany, is it? Does this look like a fucking act to you?
All right.
And he points at his stump.
All right. She says, "Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry."
Is Brittany attractive?
Yeah, absolutely. She looks like Zendaya.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So Frank will cease looking for his taco pizza, and he will sort of do his best bad Antonio Banderas slide over, and he's like, "Look, Brittany, don't worry about Ricky over there. He's a little intense. He gets a little high strung. This party's really about him, and he's not one for wanting lots of attention. But there are some of us here who like to have all kinds of attention paid to them. I bet you like to have a lot of attention paid to you, don't you, Brittany?"
All right. She kind of looks at you, and then she looks over at Ricky and says, "I guess so. I'm sorry, Ricky. I didn't know."
That's okay. You know what? Up to 10 minutes ago, I didn't know either, and honestly, I'm still 100% not sure if it could be fake.
Brittany,
I'm a theater
are you
major. Trust
fond
me on
of
this.
sleeping with corpses?
What kind of club is this?
No, that's not an invitation. I'm talking about Frank. Are you fond of fondling things that are dead
And she's
or
like,
were recently dead?
Ricky, I like the term fundling, not fondling.
"Is this like an anime club?"
Oh gosh, no, I wouldn't be caught fucking dead in an anime club. Are you kidding? Those nerds? No. This.
But he'd be caught dead here.
Okay, that's a Benny.
So Gretsky gets a penny on that.
Yeah,
Nice,
for sure.
alright.
All right.
Way to go, Wayne.
No. This is actually, look, you might actually find this interesting.
Mhm.
This club, as you can tell, we're from a variety of different backgrounds, and looks over specifically at Gretsky and belief systems. But this is like the supernatural, like spooky type club. We investigate, like strange haunted houses and things like that. You ever watch like the Ghost Bros on the cable?
The Boo Bros, yeah.
Yeah, the Boo Bros. Yeah. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but we're like an actual club. And this isn't all of us. One of our other members, well, actually, a few of the other members aren't here. I don't know why they didn't show up for, Ricky and my, coming back party. But yeah.
So you look into weird stuff, huh? Like the weirder the better and all that stuff?
Are we still talking about haunted houses here and spooky things?
Then she kind of looks over at Tuco and is like shrugs, like, what is this guy talking about?
I just want to make sure we're in the right weird stuff category. That's all.
All right. Then she kind of like slides away from Frank, like she like gives him like a okay look, and then just kind of sidesteps, and then kind of takes a couple steps towards where Tuco and Monroe are, and then she looks over at Gretsky and says, "What's with that guy?"
He hasn't touched anyone living in the last month, including himself.
Oh, he's an abstainer. Okay. Saving it. I got it.
What was it? No something November or something? What was the name of the month? Because there was like no something November followed by destroyed.
I think it's No Nut November, isn't it?
No Nut November. That's what it was. That's what it was.
But unfortunately, we are in February, so he just forgot what month it was.
It's no fat February.
No fat February, exactly. Yeah. So she's like, oh, no fat February, gotcha. But is that? And she kind of looks over at Ricky and is like, is the whole club doing this, or
the whole club doing what? What? No. Brittany, right? That's what the name tag says. Yes,
that's it. Although they messed it up.
Brittany, Frank was dead a month ago. We all saw it.
All right. She looks over and says, "Well, I guess he got better."
Are you fucking dense?
I don't understand.
Neither do we.
I mean, it doesn't make any.
Do you remember? You work around here locally?
Mm-hmm. I live here. I live in town. She's a townie.
So yeah. You pay attention to the news?
I mean, sometimes I skim it.
In fairness, nobody watches the local news.
No.
You don't remember hearing about the kid that died on campus a month ago?
All right. She kind of scrunches her face up a little bit and says, well, between you and me, seems like people are always dying around here.
She's not wrong.
He goes back to fiddling with his microphone setup. And
so, do you like take money and stuff? Do people come to you and like hire you, to go and look into stuff or what?
Do you have a job?
Well, I mean, I don't have any money.
That's pretty good.
But I mean, yeah, I guess. If
For real?
Well, I mean, because all right, look.
Is the pizzeria haunted?
No, not that I know of. Although Lorenzo, he kind of reminds me of your friend Frank. But
is Lorenzo greasy too?
She kind of like
Frank, and when you say that, Frank turns and he has like half a piece of pizza hanging out of his mouth, and like stuff is just kind of like dripping off of it, and he just kind of looks and smiles and does one of these.
Well, I mean, obviously I don't want to mess up your party or nothing, so I mean, it's fine.
Oh no, you're not messing anything up. This is party is a very loose definition as to what this is.
Hang out.
Well,
have some pizza.
Have some pizza. We got extra. Plus, if those anthropology nerds get over here, then they no pun intended. Actually, though pun intended, they dig into the pizza, and we could, it'll be gone before we know.
That's archaeology nerds, dipshit.
Yeah.
And maybe we could use
Well, okay.
the distraction to avoid dealing with real issues. So what have you got?
It's a nail.
I'd like to say that's another Benny.
I would have to vote for
All
that.
right, another Benny, another
good.
Benny for Wayne.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh wait, and hold Jenna Sasquatch in the chat. It was kind of dead already. I say Benny to Jenna Sasquatch.
That's right. A
Chat Benny.
chat Benny.
Chat Benny.
Nice. Chat Benny. So a chat Benny given by the cast to someone in the chat. That means you've got it in reserve and you can give it to anybody you want to affect their. It's essentially a free Benny that you can give at any time, including the Game Master. Okay. So she says, well, I mean, it's not as exciting as like a resurrected friend or anything, but
Good. We can't deal with more of that excitement.
okay. Well, you see, my Nana's acting a little weird, and I think there's something going on. I don't know. I mean, she's like the sweetest person, and you know, like she loves me a lot, and I'm her favorite person, and she's my favorite person. But like the last time I went there, she was completely different. She didn't even want to see me, you know, and like didn't want to talk to me or nothing.
Does she have Alzheimer's?
I don't think so. That's the old person disease, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean no. I mean she like remembers like all kinds of shit, you know, like shit that like people don't normally remember. I mean she's got a mind like a steel trap, and you know like
Did you eat all of her Werther's originals?
no, that
She
that,
could just be
no,
mad at you.
No, because
Yeah,
then
if you
she'd
did
make me
that.
pick a switch, and I don't want to get whipped.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. I'm just checking the boxes.
She like does she still get like out and about, or she I mean, you just see she like
Oh
stuck
yeah,
at home?
no. She has, you know, like the bus comes and gets her, you know, like the activity bus and stuff comes and gets her all the time, and she would go to bingo or go shopping. She loved to shop. She loves to bowl, and she hasn't gone bowling in like 2 weeks. She wants to do is sit and watch TV. And
When was the
I'm
last
worried
time
about
you were over there?
yesterday. And
So no new boyfriend.
all right, she just kind of sits there for a second and is like, well, we're not that close. I don't know, you know, what goes on down there, but
You know, there's so much sex that happens in the nursing homes.
I don't want to know about that stuff. But
The wrinkles get all mixed together. You can't even tell where one person ends and the other
Frank.
begins. It's crazy.
Ricky was lifting a piece of pizza to his mouth, and he looks at it and just puts it back down on his plate.
right, Monroe stands up and goes, "I'll see y'all later," and just like walks out.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
all it took to get rid of him?
maybe.
Monroe.
He
All
was just here for the pizza.
Yes, the
Yeah.
pizza started getting cold and he left. The professor's like, well, I mean, there are strange. I mean, that does sound strange. I mean, do you, your grandmother's never acted like this before? And she shakes her head. Well, what do you think? And then who's the eldest student? I think it's Frank, isn't it?
I am a sophomore.
Oh,
It still might be Frank.
Yeah, because I believe Ricky and Tuco
freshman.
were freshmen.
Yeah, Gretsky's a
Oh.
freshman.
Right.
Now freshman.
So Frank is the de facto, because normally it would be Amythest. She would be the president of the club,
Yeah.
but Amythest isn't here. So
Sucker.
so he kind of looks at Frank for a moment as if he's going to address Frank and say, "Well, it seems as though you're the vice president," and then he kind of squints for a minute and then looks over at Ricky and says, "Well, what do you think, Ricky?"
I mean, what do I think?
Well, it sounds awfully strange. Is it worth investigating?
Sure, why not? Will it get us out of this room?
Well, certainly.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll all still be together.
Why? I mean,
I start packing
most
up
of us will
microphones
still
and
be
lights.
together.
Frank will look decidedly at your right arm. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I liked you better before you died, and I didn't really like you then.
Come on, Ricky, that was funny.
All right, so Brittany is there. She's like, "So you'll do it? You'll take my case?"
Yeah. Why not?
Well, okay, great. When do you guys want to go?
How about now? Let's get out of here.
All right, she kind of shrugs for a second. She goes, "I'm kind of on the clock."
When's your shift done? We can
10.
meet you.
But
We can meet you at Grandma's.
yeah, I suppose. I mean, I can give you the address if you want to go now, but I mean, I can't.
How about you Gretsky? How about you get the address, because I don't think Frank should have it.
Okay.
Well, and I think Gretsky should have it because then he can hold on to it twice as good.
I don't think Brittany needs any surprise visits at 2 a.m. from you, Frank.
I would knock first so it wouldn't be a surprise. Or at least text.
All right, so
Can I get them digits, by the way?
all right, she doesn't even look at Frank. And she says she looks at Gretsky and is like, yeah, okay, here. And she like holds out her phone to like touch phones with you.
I turn the feature on real quick because normally it's off.
Okay. All right. She gives you the address of her grandma, Meemaw.
All right.
Oh.
Says I can come there directly after work, unless you guys can figure out a way to, get me out of working. But I'm the only driver, so that sucks.
So the case that you have, is that like a Travel Pro, or is that a Briggs and Riley, or is that like an American Tourister, or is it is it a Samsonite case?
All right. She her head kind of tilts sideways, like kind of like a puppy dog that's kind of like hears a strange noise and then kind of back and forth. And she says, "I don't know what you're saying right now."
I'll stand behind Tuco and I'll just mouth the words luggage fetish and then shrug.
All right. Then she kind of steps over next to Ricky, like getting away from Tuco and Frank.
It looks like we've got a Benny given to Tuco for his misunderstanding of the case situation.
Okay. All right. All right. So, you now have the address, and Brittany's like, I can swing by and pick you up after work, or you can go ahead and go on your own, or however you guys want to do it. I mean,
she's okay. So she's in her place, but obviously we shouldn't go in there without you because honestly, that'd be just weird.
I guess we should ask this first. Brittany, do you drive a minivan or an SUV?
Oh, well, yeah, I drive my grandma's Escalade. That's what I deliver.
So you actually could pick us all up, I guess.
Right, and she goes, and she kind of looks like she just got a devious idea, and she goes, one of you could order a pizza to my grandma's house.
We'll all four of us will turn towards the professor.
Right? And he looks at he looks at the rest of you and is like, he's got a piece of Hawaiian pizza in his mouth. He's like,
Could you order dessert pizza at this address? And I'll head over to
a cannoli pizza?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll head over to Wayne. I'm like, Wayne, can you give me the address real quick?
I've already got the order up. I just need your credit. Oh wait, I got that.
All right, he goes, yeah, just go ahead and order it. Wait, And he kind of gives you a kind of squinty-eyed look like, wait a minute. And then he just kind of, nah, he wouldn't do that to me. And then he's like, whatever you guys think is the best.
Please tell me that Wayne totally orders it on his card.
Well, of course.
Okay. So then Brittany's phone goes off. She holds it up and says, you guys want to ride with me? I'll swing by. We'll pick up the dessert pizza and we'll head out to Mama's or Mima's.
Shotgun.
Okay. All right. So
I kind of lead into her. And that's just so Frank doesn't end up sitting next to you.
all right. She pats your arm. Thank you.
I will sit at an angle. So basically the second row shotgun.
Okay.
I'm getting in. It's Escalade, right?
Yes.
So I'm getting in the back with my luggage.
Okay.
In that
Yep. There's
back
plenty of
row.
room.
So Frank, you're riding in the middle of the second row.
No,
No,
he's
it-
straddling the second row. It sounds like.
Well,
No,
so
it
it's an
would be-
Escalade, right? So you've got two seats, and then a back bench.
Yeah.
Well, no, so it would be the second seat behind.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be able to get the so I can get the profile.
You want to lean in. You want to lean in like forward between the two front seats.
On the Frank will have he'll muster up one of his bad lines as he gets into the second row, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna sit right here and draw you like one of my French girls." He kind of whips out his notepad in a pen.
All right. She starts up. And starts driving. And getting to Lorenzo's is not very hard. It's actually right off campus. And then from there, she takes you south of town to Quiet Rest Villas as you're going off the highway and you pull into this rather nice trailer park.
Ricky didn't get any of the pizza at the party, but he did. He is digging into this pizza, this dessert pizza in
Okay.
the Escalade.
All right. Yeah, it's actually top notch dessert pizza. Their regular pizza is good in that Lorenzo, he hand tosses all the pies, and people are like, it's so good because we think Lorenzo sweats in it, and his sweat must be like gold or something because that's why it tastes so damn
Pure
good.
garlic.
Yeah, he sweats garlic exactly. So but his wife actually makes the cannoli dessert pizza, and it just the crust just like crumbles and melts in your mouth, and the powdered sugar and all that. It's top notch.
And Ricky's making a mess of this because he's trying to eat it one-handed and like trying to keep the box on his lap, and he's got pizza crumbs or the cannoli crumbs all on the front of his shirt. There's some powdered sugar. Like he looks
You kind of bouncing around back there with the pizza a little.
Well, especially when you come off the main road and because you turn left to get into Quiet Rest Villas, and it's actually like a down slope, and then boom boom, and then there's actually like speed bumps and everything on this road.
Anybody watching would notice Ricky continually tries to do stuff with his right arm.
Oof.
Like you can see the stump like move, like it's reaching for something or going to do something, and then it just falls limp again. Like
Poor guy.
All right, so as you are all now in looking, and it's evening time, and it's February, so it's getting dark. So like the street lights are on, and you see that each one of these trailers they're not great quality trailers, but they're well maintained. The lawns are all like very nicely manicured. The road itself is like there's no like debris or anything like that. It's very, very nice. Each one of the lots has a mailbox on a post that are all matching. Everything, there's a lot of matching stuff here. It's almost like a gated community, but for trailers. they, like I said, they're not the best quality trailers. And let's see, how about everybody roll a notice check?
I got a 5.
Okay, so that's a success. Those of you watching who have not played Savage Worlds, generally you're needing a 4 to succeed.
16.
Whoa!
Damn.
Dang.
Whole bunch of
You roll
explosions.
your raw die with this?
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh. Hold on. No.
Nope. So Tuco's busy watching Ricky get powdered sugar all over everything.
Like I'm trying to grab for one. Like I'm busy trying to get one. And
That's a 4 for Ricky.
Okay. So those of you who succeed, you all know that like I said, the trailer quality is not great, although a lot of them are well maintained, even painted. But you recognize that these are all FEMA trailers that probably were all bought at auction or something like that in bulk. So, but I mean, like I said, they're not like falling apart, but they're not great quality trailers. They're not like, what do they call those, Airstreams or anything like that. They're not great. They're not double wides, nothing like that.
And FEMA trailers aren't necessarily built for long-term
Exactly.
residency, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
More like Connex Benz.
Yes, exactly. So, Gretsky, what you notice with your massive awareness is a couple of things. You notice that these are all FEMA trailers. You notice that almost all of them are all freshly painted, like glistening freshly painted. And you also notice that each one of the mailbox posts has what appears to be some sort of box on it. Almost looks like a Bluetooth speaker attached to underneath the actual mailbox itself, attached to the post.
Brittany, how long has your Nana lived here?
As she's driving, she's like, she moved in about a month ago. She fell at home, and the doctor didn't like her, because she lived in a pretty big, 2.5-story house. And, after my papa died, it was just her. And I mean, I would live there, at times when I could, because, I was living with my parents at the time. So I came to live with her and everything. But it was just too much for us. So yeah, she sold the house and then, moved in to the trailer here like a month ago, month and a half,
This
maybe.
looks like it hasn't been here very long.
Oh, no, it's as far as I know, it's been here for quite a while. There's a lot of the people who live here. She says that, she's met a lot of really nice people, and that it's a retirement community.
What's up with the speakers
What do you mean?
under the mailboxes?
I don't know. I never noticed them before. So, and she's as she's driving, she's like, "Oh, okay." And then, it's the way the trailer park is arranged, it's like you come off of the freeway or the highway, and then which is like a 2-lane blacktop, and then the park is arranged in almost like an oval. So all the trailers, you got trailers on the outside of the oval, trailers on the inside of the oval, and then right in the middle looks like some sort of like maybe a common building with like storage bins, or like storage containers.
Maybe like a rec room,
and like a rec room and like a big storage area.
So I'm going to take my phone out, open up an app, and start looking for what kind of Bluetooth devices are broadcasting.
Okay. All right. As she pulls into the parking spot for her Mima's trailer, you're doing that. So go ahead and make a hacking check, as she's now getting out of the Escalade, and whoever wants to get out with her can.
I'd like to say that Ricky notices Gretsky doing that from the front on his laptop,
Okay.
and Ricky's also skilled with electronics. So perhaps he's got an. He kind of leans forward with his phone. He's like, "This app may help you with that." I
got
kind
a
of threw it together while I was in the hospital.
okay. I got a 9 on my roll, but
Okay. So Ricky, if you're assisting, you can go ahead and roll your skill.
Okay.
And if you succeed, then you give Gretsky a +2.
Okay. Doesn't really need the +2, but
No, well, but every bit counts, right?
I mean, yeah, I succeeded. That's that's 5.
Okay.
this is a really impressive app. This is going to be in my toolbox now.
Yeah, keep it. It's like I said, it was just I was bored, and the hospital network kind of sucked.
All right. So Gretz, what's your total there then?
11.
11. Okay. So that's definitely, it's a raise. It's one off of 2 raises. So you go through, at first you're like, well, what Bluetooth is receiving or, is active, and you get no hits, none, no Bluetooth at all. But because of Ricky's app, it like rotates into other spectrums and broadcasts and things like that, and you're getting a weird, almost like a shortwave radio. Just it's a connection. Nothing's being nothing's actively being broadcast, but there's an open connection, and it's all over the place, but it seems to be originating from one of the centralized trailers.
I'm going to share that with Ricky.
Okay.
There's something really weird going on here with this.
That wasn't Bluetooth, was it?
No, it wasn't. It's like radio.
Like terrestrial radio?
Yeah. Broadcasting to, well, it's not active right now, but I don't know if it's listening or can broadcast. Maybe subliminal messages?
I mean, you notice the speakers under the mailboxes, right?
Yeah.
Weird. I wonder.
It's coming from that trailer.
All right. Well, I guess we should tell them. We should tell them.
Yeah. They won't understand, but we'll tell them.
I think that's probably a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. So as you're having this discussion, Frank and Tuco, Brittany leads you to the front door. She kind of raps on it a couple of times, and she opens the door, and she's like, Mima, it's me. I brought some friends with me.
As we were getting out, though, Frank's gonna. Did you say we're kind of like in a cul-de-sac sort of area? Is that?
Yeah.
Frank's gonna do just like a meandering sort of walk to then catch up with her and just kind of assess the nerds are doing their nerd shit. I'm gonna just kind of just visually assess the area, like look around, look up, that kind of thing. Almost like looking for, just seeing if there's anything like weird, or if maybe there's like, lights going on overhead, that aren't necessarily identifiable as planes.
Okay.
Also maybe trying to look in other people's windows just to see if there's any odd behavior, that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a notice check.
That's going to be another 5.
Okay. So as you're walking and you're kind of looking around, one thing strikes you, and I don't know how familiar Frank is with trailer parks, but there is something that's a little odd, is that there are no like DirecTV or Dish Network dishes anywhere. But everything's wired with wire power and things like that, and you do see a cable box, like a centralized cable box, and so it looks like everybody's wired for cable, but there's nothing else, no other, even antennas or anything like that. And then as you're like, not everybody closes their drapes in the evening time, so you can see that pretty much everybody just within the few trailers that you walk past, seems like everybody's got their television on and are sitting just watching TV.
Does he have the time before going up to the door to notice if like, or can he even position himself in the angle to see if the flashing lights, pattern from the TV, as like scenes change and stuff like that, is it the exact same thing in each house, or
Yes.
two of the trailers?
They're all. It looks like from the ones that haven't closed their drapes, and even like looking down the row to see, because you're seeing light coming out of the windows of like the main windows and whatnot. Anybody who does not have their drapes closed, you can see are all the flickering of the televisions are completely in sync.
Oh man, Tuco, it's like some sort of geriatric nightclub, man.
It's like, well, I mean, that's weird. Why
It
are
is
they all
weird.
watching the same show? Do old people do that? Do they all watch the same stuff?
Well, I mean, maybe, maybe. I mean, I don't know. We always joke that they always watch the same thing,
My grandma always used to watch Jeopardy. Did your grandma always watch Jeopardy?
Yeah. Jeopardy, exactly. That's yeah. My grandma did that. Hell, my parents did that. So maybe I don't know. What time is
Maybe
Jeopardy
they're all
on?
just watching Jeopardy.
They could all be just watching Jeopardy. What time is Jeopardy on anyway? Oh shit, she's at the door. Let's go.
All right, so yeah, as you are walking in, so you guys walk up as she's walking through the door, and Ricky and Gretsky, you are now meeting up with. You're like right behind them because they had kind of walked down the road a little bit as she had walked up to the door. So she's like, "Mima, it's me. I got some friends with me," and opens up the door, and you see this, like 52-inch plasma, like 4K television sitting there, and it's like. It's not that far away. It's probably, like grandma is sitting in this floral print couch, like a love seat, just kind of sitting there. And she's probably 3 feet away from this gigantic television. So
a bit drool on Tuco.
What you immediately notice is she does not react to you walking into the trailer. She's watching an infomercial on like spray on hair. And she's wearing like dilate your pupils wraparound sunglasses.
Dude, she's got the Terminator sunglasses on.
Wow.
And like Tuco's drooling pretty good at this point. And when Frank says that, he just kind of walks past him with his Samsonite and turns it around next to grandma and like sets it on the ground and sits down and just starts looking at the TV with her. I'm like, that's a big fucking TV.
Yeah, it's all and it's in total, and like I said, it's like 4K, and it's everything looks like bad soap opera, because it's obviously not like a 4K channel or whatnot. The other thing that you notice is the apartment itself is absolutely immaculate. Like there's no dust bunnies, there's no signs of like old food or anything like that. Everything's dusted and pristine clean. As a matter of fact, like the television has no dust on the top of it. Along the wall where she has like her like a buffet with some doilies and shit on it, with some tchotchkes. There's no dust on the tchotchkes or anything like that. And then on the wall opposite the main window, there's like this emblem of the Quiet Rest Villas. It's like just like their logo up on the wall. It looks like it's like it's like one of those things that you purchase this from here. It's one of the things we just like you have to have displayed or some crap because it's like there's nothing covering it up or anything. It's just sitting there.
I'm going to go directly to that and look and see, does it have hidden cameras on it? Does it have mics or something?
Okay.
I'm just assuming that it's being used to spy.
Okay, so you're taking a look at that. Go ahead and roll your notice check. What's Ricky doing right now?
Ricky followed Gretsky, but he's kind of keeping a few steps behind and just looking around. Like Ricky seems a little paranoid.
Okay.
Maybe like that they're being watched or that there's somebody else nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 5 on the notice.
Okay. So as Gretsky, Tuco, you're sitting there, you're looking at the TV. Ricky, you're with Gretsky, and what's Frank doing?
Frank is he has just a tiny slice of just a habitual little OCD thing that he does, and he'll just kind of make his way into the place, and as everybody is kind of spreading around doing their thing, he reflexively goes into the kitchen and he's got to look inside the fridge.
Okay.
And he'll just open the door and just keep. He doesn't do like a high end scrutiny, but he'll open the door and he'll look, make a quick 3-second assessment, and then shut the door and then just turn around, and then just see what the hell she's watching.
Okay, so you open up the refrigerator, and I want you to make a vigor check.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
This is not going to end well. I can tell you that, because last time I had to make a bigger check, I think I died.
No, that you got better.
Or not.
Oh, that's right. I didn't die. Who am I kidding? What happened? What? That's shit balls. That's a 2.
All right.
You know what? I'm going to Benny that.
Oh, okay. Frank spins one of his bennies. All right.
Good God. I see my dice are doing just as well last time. You know what? I'll stand with that 2 because that's all I got on the second roll.
Okay, so you open up the refrigerator, and yeah, this wave of warm stank just hits you full on in the face. Like the refrigerator has been dead for who knows how long, and it looks like the whatever food that she's had in there, casserole dishes and shit like that, is all overgrown with mold. And then there's a pitcher of curdled milk sitting on the top shelf, and it's just this rotten smell of dead food hits you full on in the face, and you are now nauseated. So you didn't crit fail, so you didn't yark all over the place, but you are feeling it right now. As long as you're in this building and near that smell, you're going to be at a -2.
Brittany.
All right, she's like, Meemaw, turn down the volume. We can't hear. And Meemaw's just sitting there looking at the TV. Doesn't react, doesn't turn. I mean, it's not like she's completely stiff. I mean, you see her head kind of tilt a little bit while she's watching TV and just kind of sitting there.
If Grandma doesn't make for the remote to turn the TV down, I will.
Okay. All right. You turn the TV down, and she doesn't react. She just kind of sits still, she reacts. She looks as if, to see what you're doing, but then looks right back at the TV.
So if I don't find anything in the symbol, I'm going to go over and unplug the TV.
Well, what you notice, Gretsky, as both you and Ricky are standing there, is so you've got it's the Quiet Rest Villas. It's like a circular emblem, and there's no cameras or mics or anything like that. But what you do notice is that very faintly, and because of the lighting in the room, it was hard to see from the angle from looking directly on. But as you're stepping to the side and the flicker of the television, you can see that there's grooves cut into the wall itself in some sort of a pattern. It's not it's not like they did a bas relief of the actual emblem. It's the emblem's covering up something carved into the wall.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to try to pull the emblem down to see what's carved behind it.
Okay. All right. So it's like a fathead sticker. So all you got to do is kind of peel it off.
All right.
Okay. You peel that off. It comes off really easily, and just from the way, because it's like a wood paneled wall, and you can tell that it's some sort of it's a weird, almost not quite human looking skull pattern.
Well, that doesn't look like something elderly.
And I need you to make a vigor check, and Ricky, because you're standing there.
Right.
Sucks to suck.
5.
Okay.
7.
Okay. So both of you feel a similar wave of nausea, although not the smell that Frank seems to be emanating. But there's something wrong. Something is just unnatural about this symbol, and it makes you. It kind of gives you this wave of like a flutter in your stomach, and you kind of swallow it back. And there you go.
Ricky, are you feeling that It feels like Brittany must have felt when Frank was hitting on her.
Yeah. What was that? What is that? Oh,
I have no idea.
Guys. Mm. The
it feels
fridge
like
is.
when they gave me too many meds at the hospital.
Brittany, I don't know what the hell your grandma eats, but it sure as shit ain't anything in that fridge. That thing's not even plugged in. Don't open that door.
Hey, Frank, come look at this.
Just okay. What?
All right, you go over and look at it, Frank. Make a vigor check at a -2.
What do you want me to? Oh my god!
Ow.
Let's see. Ace that. Yeah, 8. Yeah, boy. Got a 12 with my
Nice.
-2.
With the -2, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, so you look at it and like,
Hmm.
yeah, you.
Yeah, so it looks like okay, so I'm beginning to think that Granny's a bit of a partier because there's bad food in the fridge. She's got a skull thing going on here, and she's got a big ass TV.
Shouldn't
Brittany, your
we
grandma
have Tuco look at
your
this?
grandma's 420 friendly or something because she looks like she likes just having a good time.
Tuco, you need come here. You need to see this.
I'm gonna go poop. And I head for Grandma's bathroom.
All right, yeah, it's and Brittany like points and is like down the hall to your right.
I don't understand. I mean, so she's got a skull. So what's the big deal?
It was hidden behind one of their logos.
All right, Tuco, are you shitting for
Well,
real?
I am making like I'm going to go to the bathroom, but as soon as I'm out of eye shot, I'm going to start like snooping around.
Okay. All right.
And I'll tell Frank about the signal that he won't understand.
So you're saying that those speakers were just like broadcasting what, like the cricket noises we heard or something?
I don't know what's coming through it, but I'm thinking subliminal messages.
Okay, well, this might be the one time I might agree with you or believe you because, okay, this is going to sound weird, but follow me on this. Every trailer in this circle was watching the same show. And I know that not because I ran over the windows, don't even go there, Ricky, but it was because there was like the light pattern, was all in sync. So they all were watching the same thing.
They're all watching the same thing. They're all watching an infomercial about spray on hair.
Okay, but
that's
why
not normal.
No, that's not normal. It's not. I mean, and she certainly wouldn't need to watch that. We know that she probably doesn't have a boyfriend, so she's not going to watch that for her man.
Let's turn off the TV and see what happens.
In the window.
Look, we're on the job. I'm not peeping in the window for that reason, Ricky. And besides,
sorry. I believe myself and Gretsky were talking at the same time, so I think I missed what Gretsky said.
Oh, let's turn off the TV and see how she reacts.
It's fine by me.
I mean, it's an idea. We might as well. We're here.
Although I do say that dude's hair does look pretty real. I mean, that thing must really work. Huh.
Yeah, spray-on hair technology has really been advanced in the last couple of years.
Yeah, right? I mean, it just really like sprays on. I'm not noticing a lot of like spread, you know what I mean? So like the color isn't getting like on his shoulders or anything like that.
You can so use this in a few years when your hair falls out.
Let me tell you something. The distinguished looking Latino, like your Edward James Olmoses, those they get a lot of good parts though, but they have the gray. But you gotta have it in the face. I mean, that's why he gets the roles that he does, because he looks like an authority figure. You know what I mean?
I grabbed the remote and turned the TV off.
Okay, it turns off, and she's just still staring at a blue screen unless you completely turn it off. Then she's just staring at a black screen. Tuco, you
completely turn off.
Yeah, and Tuco, you look around. The things you pick up are two main things. Bed doesn't look like it's been slept in a long time. It's not dusty. and it's actually, you could probably bounce a quarter off it. It's made so dress.
It's pristine.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing that you notice is, you go in there to pretend to take a dump, and the toilet seat is down. You open it up, and there's no water in the toilet.
Weird.
Does Tuco actually pretend to take a dump?
We hear him. The sound of him throwing his boots into the toilet.
So yeah, if you had attempted to actually take a dump, I would have then informed you post dump that there was no water.
There was not a sploosh, but a thud.
Yeah, it's kind of a thump.
I'll make like I'm going to turn on the water to wash my hands. See
Yeah,
if
nothing.
there's any water.
Nothing.
Weird. I'll head over to the bedroom just to take a quick gander. Is there any kind of like, grandma, like jewelry thing, holding a bunch of jewelry stuff? Does it look like it's been?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything missing. I mean, she's got like like the little tree with all the fake little fingers for her rings and all that stuff, and it looks like it's all it's nothing seems overtly missing.
Nothing out of the ordinary for a grandma. Looks just grandma-esque.
It's very grandma-esque, yes.
Hey, Gretsky.
Okay, I start heading back.
Okay, doesn't take long.
Yeah.
Did you try changing the channel at all?
No, I just turned it off. Turn it back
Well, they're
on.
talking about the
Try to
TV.
change the channel.
And Grandma is also wearing the sunglasses, correct?
Correct. Still wearing them.
Okay. Ricky will walk up as Gretsky's futzing with the TV and kind of like try to take the sunglasses off Grandma's face.
She does not resist. As a matter of fact, when you like reach down there, Brittany's now sitting next to Grandma, kind of looking at her like, "What is going on with Grandma?" And you just kind of reach over, and as you touch her glasses, her head kind of turns toward you as if reacting to the touch, and then you pull the glasses off, and she doesn't resist, and she is looking at you with milk white eyes.
Brittany, is your grandma normally blind?
She's like, no.
Or does she have cataracts?
No. As a matter of fact, I thought it was weird that she kept wearing these glasses because she had her eyes checked just, right before we moved in, or before she moved in, and the doc said everything was fine.
Well, it doesn't look that way. And Ricky kind of motions with the sunglasses to Grandma's face.
All right. Brittany like grabs her chin and kind of turns, and Grandma kind of turns and looks at her, and she's like, "Grandma, Mima, what happened to you?" And Mima just kind of like looks at her as if, quizzically, like, And then she looks back at Ricky and just goes, "Go away."
So I go into the kitchen.
Okay.
Grab a knife.
Okay.
Go back to that carved skull
Mhm.
and start defacing it with the knife.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Easily
trying
done.
to change the channel since he put the remote down.
All right. Yeah. You turn the TV on, change the channel, it changes.
Okay.
I come in from the hallway and I'm like, guys, this place is totally fake. You can't poop. There's no water. Can't wash your hands. There's no water.
She's
She
not
hasn't slept
even
in
food
that bed.
fridge.
That bed has not been slept in.
Yeah, and there's the fridge isn't even plugged in, man. It's like just warm in there.
And oh yeah, and Grandma's blind apparently now.
I'm wondering how Grandma hasn't pooped herself.
And it's so clean. If she's not getting up, how can she clean?
Where's the poop going, guys?
Brittany, what do you say we put Grandma in the Escalade?
Oh, okay. Come on, Grandma. And she stands up and she like holds her hand like, "Let's go." And she stands up. Just like, oh, okay. And then she like walks over and where you guys had looked at, looked at her buffet and her tchotchkes and stuff like that. She kind of, she like takes 2 steps like she's going to start following Brittany, and she stops. She turns and she repositions one of the tchotchkes back to where it was, and then she turns and starts following Brittany out.
That's
Ooh,
not blind.
I'm going to take my cell phone,
Mhm.
and when we head out, I'm going to go and check to see if there's like crawl space underneath the trailer access.
Okay.
At least try and shine the flashlight underneath there.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Start with Tuco. As Frank goes out and starts to go under the trailer.
I'm trying to think outside the box with. There weren't any other rooms to look in or anything like that. It was just
No.
it's a
I mean,
FEMA
there's
trailer, so it's pretty-
a bedroom, a
Okay.
small storage area, and bathroom.
Okay. I'm assuming a lot of old mail and stuff like that kind
No
of litters
mail.
around. No mail. Okay. Yeah. I'll grab the remote and turn off the TV.
Okay.
Because Frank left it on some goofy channel.
Right.
And
Sanford.
take one last good look at the room. See if I can see anything that feels out of place to go at least.
No, not so much.
And I guess I'll head out. I'll grab my luggage and I'll head out outside and wait for Frank.
All right. So Frank.
Actually, I kind of like get next to Frank.
Okay. What's Ricky doing?
Ricky is, as they're leaving the trailer, Ricky's continuing to kind of look around. He walks toward one of the other trailers and then turns and walks toward one of the other ones. He's trying to determine if the signal that Gretsky was talking about was coming from Grandma's trailer or a different building.
You got your phone up?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Make a. You got hacking, don't you?
Yes. He's not nearly as good as Gretsky, I believe, but he does have a small amount of hacking.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
It's really more of a light cough than a full-on hack.
Right.
Dear Lord. Just a.
Oh, sorry, Wayne.
Just 3.
3. Okay. All right. So Gretsky, what are you doing? As you see, Ricky is like doing something with his phone, and then Brittany's getting Grandma into the.
Ricky's clearly like holding his phone up and like kind of like looking around.
Did the nauseous feeling go away when the skull was
The
broken?
face. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So everybody's back to normal now, and
so
especially
I'll go
once you
outside
left
again.
too.
Yeah, I'll go outside. I'll see him looking around, and I'll bring up the app and do the same and
Okay. Go ahead.
try to pinpoint which building it was coming from again.
Okay. Go ahead and make your hacking again.
Oh, that explodes. 11.
Okay. All right. You pinpoint which trailer. All of these are. It's a two-way. Looks like a two-way signal, but whatever is being it's receiving from. Currently, each of these boxes is receiving, and it is actually emitting a very, very low frequency that's maintaining this connection, and that's initially the way it looked. But then something that that was said earlier kind of clicks at this point, and somebody had said something about the cricket sounds, and that's it dawns on you that the low frequency noise that's coming through is the same kind of a thing that they do to repel pests.
Hey, I am. If we pick out the building, I kind of point to that trailer. It's like, okay, let's take a look over there.
Okay, and you clearly see that this trailer has a small sign out front that says manager.
Yep, I think that's the best place to look. Manager building's going to have whatever secrets we need to find.
While we're heading in that direction, I want to kind of keep an eye out. I want to look for any kind of like power sources, like transformer boxes, like I don't know, like if this town's like totally wired, or if this area is totally wired, or if there's like a generator or something. I want to kind of keep my eye out and look for power sources.
Yeah, there's definitely a a power transformer. Like every one of these trailers is wired, and it's like above ground wiring that so.
And then is there like a central like transformer they all kind of come to?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As we walk a little closer to that trailer, the manager's trailer, I'd like to say that just for flavor, Ricky's stump starts to throb.
Okay. All right. Frank, you are looking underneath the trailer at this point.
I am, and I'm looking to see if there's any pipes, any actual connections, or hopefully not like anything that's going to jump out and tear my face off.
All right, so you pull back this panel that it's because like it has like a drape, like a metal drape that goes to cover up the wheels and all that stuff. So you pull back one of the panels, and the first thing that you notice is that there's a cat under here that it kind of looks at you, and then like it's like meow, and then kind of like as if it's hungry, it's like you open it up and it's like expecting some food or something, and it just kind of like looks at you and kind of meow, and then just goes flump and falls over.
Hey, buddy. Just gonna, with my flashlight on, I'm just gonna kind of like poke at it a little bit.
Okay, it's stiff.
Is it stiff? Like, I mean, is it like
stiff, like it's been laying there for a while?
Okay. Oh shit. I'll just kind of take the phone and like try and like shine some light in and around just to like look and see.
Okay. All right. You can see that there are pipes. There are, it's standard trailer hookup. So you can, like the pipe from the bottom of the trailer, there's a connection, and it like goes down into like the concrete pad of the trailer park. And so there is a water hookup here, and that just by the way it's positioned, that very likely like the city water meter and all that stuff would be closer to the road underneath a panel. But it looks like everything's in order.
All right, I'm gonna kind of pull back out, look at the cat again. Does its eyes look like Mima's did?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I gotta put this little skirt back on the trailer, guys. And I'll just like kind of like poke the cat out of the way or back underneath,
Okay.
whichever amount of distance is easier. So if I have to like push it out of the thing, or I'll either push it in or out, whatever the shortest distance.
Shortest distance would be pushing it in.
I will definitely then be pushing this in with my phone.
Okay.
Okay, just gonna tuck you back in here because you just died for no reason at all. But I'm not dead. I swear I'm not dead.
Okay. And then after you're finished with that, what are you going to do?
I'll like look around to see where everybody is, and if I see them heading toward the manager's building, I will catch up, and I will point out as I get up there. I'm like, Did you notice? No satellite dishes. Everybody's all cable here, guys.
One other thing of note is as you're like leaving, and you can see, like you get to the end of the driveway, and you're headed down the road. It's just a few trailers away. You notice that the cap to the city water, where now that you're aware of how it's all arranged and everything, you can tell that because the way the city would do the water is they would put the plate over the top of it and then cinch it down with a bolt, and then they would change like a seal or whatever. It looks like the seal has been broken, and that bolt has been manipulated relatively recently.
Hmm. All right. I'll let Tuco know. I'm like, Tuco, they did something to the water. Somebody messed with that, with where it hooks up into the city thing.
Well, they must have taken it because there is no water. Like, I tried to get water, and there's.
Well, maybe that's what it is, but I could tell. I saw it when I was coming up. They like messed with the connection bolt or whatever. But it's not right.
I'll go look at it.
Okay.
I like when I say I'll go look at it. Like, I'm going to get on my hands and knees and like see if I can twist the bolt, like if it's cinched on or if it's like loose or.
Okay. So Frank, are you continuing on with Ricky and Gretsky, or are you going to stay with Tuco?
Tuco likes to hang out with me. So I'll default and wait for Tuco.
Okay. So Ricky and Gretsky, you are now at the manager's trailer, and 3 steps, and you're at the door.
Yep. Any lights on in there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like the other.
Okay. I pull my best Frank and I start looking in the windows.
Okay. The thing you notice is the television is not on, but all the lights are on.
Okay. I will try the door and see if it is unlocked.
Unlocked.
Okay. I kind of look back. I don't think we should knock.
I agree. I don't think we should knock. Can you kick down the door, or do you want to try and sneak in?
It's not locked. Let's sneak.
Then yes, let's sneak.
All right, I'm gonna try to sneak in.
Okay. That I believe is thievery.
I have both thievery and stealth.
Oh, then let's do stealth.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you want to open it,
better.
if you want to, sneaking in would be stealth. If it were like you were trying to manipulate a lock or something, would be thievery.
Wow, 14.
Okay, Ricky, are you sneaking as well?
Ricky's trying to sneak. Everything I try and do is a D4, so hooray!
I say I am rolling uncharacteristically well tonight.
Good. Somebody needs to. Yeah. 3. So maybe Ricky's pain meds are messing with him a little bit. The throbbing coming from his the stump of his right arm, like something. He makes it, I think, in, but then bangs his knee on a end table near the door.
Okay.
And knocks a lamp over.
Yep. All right. So you sneak in, Gretsky. You're sneaking in, and right behind you, then one of the lamps goes boom. So the light like shakes and falls over. Like I said, the TV is off. First thing that hits you is the fact that this trailer is not immaculate in any way. There's old like pizza boxes and like Chinese takeout. There's empty beer bottles. Go ahead and make a notice check, the two of you.
All right.
Picking my great skills. 8 for this one. That's good. I can deal with that. That's better.
That's more like me.
Yeah.
2.
6.
Okay. Grits? You
2.
said 2? All right. So, Gretsky, you're noticing that, this place is, it's not trash. It's not like somebody came in and trashed the place. It's just,
But it's lived in.
Yeah, it's definitely lived in. It's like, incel lived in. So, Ricky, what you notice is there is a stack of mail on the kitchen table. Some of it's open, some of it's not. The thing that you notice the most is, because you're standing there, Gretsky is kind of mingling through, and it's like there's junk mail and stuff like that just kind of like piled up, but there's an actual like stack of very similar envelopes, rubber band together, and it looks like they've been torn open. They're like face down though.
Just the envelopes. There's no actual contents.
Well, they looks like maybe there had been contents, but you're not quite exactly. It's just everything else is kind of trashy, but this is actually well put together and
Okay,
like maintained.
Then Ricky will kind of lean down and start going through this stack.
Okay, you kind of flip it over, and kind of look at it. They're all addressed to different people. They are all at this, at the Quiet Rest Villas, but different numbers, different names, all from the Social Security office.
Well, this appears to be some kind of scam.
And that's when you hear, "What the hell?" All right. Frank and Tuco, you are all at the looking at the water. Tuco, you're looking down at this thing, and the cap. It's pretty standard. It's not like they replace the cap every time. It's just a like a metal disc that they put over the top of where the meter is and like the shutoff valve. But you can tell that there's a seal that they put on there to, that the city would put on there to tamper, prove that there was any tampering or whatnot. That tamper seal has been like removed, and looks like they tried to like seal it back with like super glue or something, and that bolt itself has been cut. So you could easily like just lift it and move that plate off. And in doing so, you look down and you can see that the water valve has been shut off.
And I'm going to take a good look. Is there like any bugs or anything, or is it like pretty clear?
No bugs. I mean, it's not like you're not going to be able to eat off it, but it's certainly it's dirty.
I reach down in there then and try to. Is it a twist knob or
it's a lever.
Lever. So like I'll
shut off valve.
Pull the lever to try and turn it on.
All right, and you can hear the water just rush as you have now turned the water back onto her trailer.
And I just turn back up to Frank and I'm like, I turned the water back on. I guess we should turn all the waters back on, maybe.
Well,
I don't know why they turned them off.
I don't know why either, but the other two dudes just went in that guy's trailer. We probably should go help them first.
Yeah. What? Wait a minute. What? They went in what? And
yeah.
He pulls his head out of the hole and looks at Frank like, what?
All right. And just as you say that, you're like, what? From the boxes. So because you're near the mailboxes. From the little boxes underneath, you hear a crackling noise, and resonating from each one of those little boxes, you hear, "Intruder alert! Get 'em!" All right. So those of you, the two of you that are in the trailer, standing in the doorway is a beer-bellied, tatted-up, mullet-having guy, and he's standing there with a walkie-talkie in his hand. Gretsky, what you notice is he's got the tattoo on his chest, and the necklace around his neck match the etched symbol that was on the wall. And he's got this walkie-talkie in his hand, and he like, you see him just like, because he's standing outside of his own, like he's standing on his little porch. He just kind of reaches over and grabs a tire iron. So what we'll do is we'll start with initiative. As the doors to some of the trailers open and some of the occupants start to shamble out.
Whoa.
All right. So the way that, for those of you who don't know how initiative works in Savage Worlds, it is all card-based. It is, you want the high card, and then it goes in reverse alphabetical order when it comes to suit. And if you draw the Joker on your initiative, you get to go whenever you want to, and you get a +2 to all of your rolls for that round. So we will start with Frank. Frank gets the 8 of spades. All right, Tuco. 5 of hearts. Ricky. 4 of spades. Gretsky. 8 of clubs. The gentleman in question with his tire iron is Jimmy Buck. Jimmy Buck gets an 8 of hearts. The geriatric zombies get 2 of diamonds. So it looks like it's going to be Gretsky is first.
Okay, so did you say he's standing outside of the trailer?
Correct. He is standing outside the trailer door. He says, "Get him." You hear something moving from like the back of the trailer after he says that. But as of right now, he is by himself.
All right, I want to rush to the door, pull it shut, and lock it.
Okay. Close the door, shut it in his face, lock it. Okay. Yep. All right.
Did you shut and lock Ricky inside?
Yeah, you and I are both inside. He's outside.
Okay, I thought you went outside and locked the door.
No, the guy outside is a tire iron. I'm locking the door, locking him out.
Oh, no, right. I thought he was in the house with us.
No, he was standing on the porch. He was standing on the porch.
I thought he came from like a back room. Like,
no.
What the hell? Okay.
No, he was actually on
from behind.
He came from behind.
Thank you for paying much closer attention than I did, Wayne, because I literally thought I thought, crap, Gretsky just threw Ricky to the proverbial tire iron.
No.
All right, so Gretsky, you move to the door, you close it, and you activate the bolt to lock it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So then next to act is, let's see, Frank's got the 8 of spades. Tire iron. Jimmy Buck has the 8 of hearts, so he goes before Frank. All right. So Jimmy Buck, you pull the door closed, you lock it, and you hear him fumble with his keys. And he is now going to try and unlock the door. So what we're going to do is because I'm assuming you're keeping your hand on the bolt itself. So we're going to do a tug of war between his key hand and you're holding the bolt. And so that's going to be a brawn strength at a -2 for both of you. So strength at a -2. He is a wild card, so he gets a wild die.
Ooh.
I got a 3.
Okay, I got an ace. So he rolls at a -2. That is a 6. So you're holding it, and then it just got and he's pulling it, the torque of the key, and you feel that the handle, the little the deadbolt handle that you got just kind of comes off in your hand as he unlocks the door. So the door is unlocked, and now he's going to that's his action. So on his next action, he's probably going to try and pull the door open, and it looks like we're going to have probably a tug of war again. That's if that's what you continue to do. But so you lock the door is now unlocked. Now it's Frank's turn. So Frank, you are next to Tuco, and you notice that a couple of the doors of the all of the doors of the trailers open up, but a few are shambling out and now are moving towards you. It's not going to be, you're going to have a little bit of time. The problem is there is one in the Escalade with Brittany.
Ooh, do we hear Brittany scream?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay. All right. I will, of course, take that free action to point these out to Tuco.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, dude! And then we'll hear the scream, and I'll go running over towards the Escalade to I don't know, take care of Grandma or Mima, I guess.
Okay. And how do you intend to take care of Mima?
So are the doors still open on the Escalade?
Yeah, she hasn't closed them yet. So she gets in. She's got her door, like the driver's side door to open. She's got it was a like driver's side rear door open to put Mima in like the back seat. And so she had already put Mima on the back seat. She was getting into the front seat, and now Mima's like grabbing her hair.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna have to go up and try and grapple grandma to
All
get her
right.
off there. I don't want to go and like bash her brains in because that's
Sure. Okay. All right. So
Not
that's going to
doing-
be you're doing a fighting check. I believe that's it's opposed. So she gets she determines her parry because she's going to oppose. No, we'll just go straight off of her parry. You're just grabbing her. So
Okay. Nice. We're looking at an 8.
8, you successfully grab her. It is not a raise, so you now have a hold of her. And what's your intention? We could.
My intention is to pull her out and away from Brittany.
Okay.
And I'll be like, "No, Mima, not time to hug."
All right. So you grab onto her, and now you're kind of pulling, like resisting to try and keep her from get her to let go. Okay. All right. Tuco, what are you doing?
So you had Frank had pointed out to me the things coming out of the trailer,
And you see them.
Are they all in like a particular direction? Are they all surrounding me? Like,
Oh no,
they're
the close. There's 2 of them that are closest to you, and it'll take them a little. And they're not like like broken leg walk. Although to be fair, they're coming at you. Looks like one of them has a 4-prong cane that they're using to walk. One that has an actual walker. There's one like across the street that's heading your direction. It's going to be a little while, but they've got an oxygen tank on wheels that they're walking with.
And they're moving like classic zombies, not like modern zombies, correct?
Yes, they are slow. They are slow zombies. Yes.
All right, so I want to make my way over to Frank to help him out, but
Okay.
would I be able to kind of swing by the one with the walker?
Mhm.
And I want to attempt to use my Samsonite case to and hit the walker.
Oh, kind of.
Maybe knock the walker
Sure,
out
sure.
on my way over to Frank.
Yeah. Make a fighting check.
All right, so that's gonna be. I put this. We had this in chat in case I didn't think I'd actually get to do this tonight. D6 plus D4 plus -2. Okay, let's do. That's not bad. That's bad. So, okay, it's a 2.
All right. So yeah, you swing your Samsonite. It kind of skips because it's wheeled. Like swinging it sideways, kind of bops, and then kind of flips over and just kind of skids across the ground, and you don't hit the walker at all.
Do I have to leave it behind, or can I?
No, you can take it with you, or you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it with me.
You could also
and-
Benny that roll if you like, if you want to try a re-roll. Now
You know, I do want to Benny that roll because I really want Grandma to have to take a dive.
Okay.
That's what we'll do.
All right.
That's what we'll
Re-roll.
do. We'll burn a Benny. We'll do it. Okay. All right. That's better. That's better. And Jesus. Okay. Wow. All right. So that's 3. That's the same thing.
All right. So you can continue to burn bennies if you want to, but
No, I'll burn that Benny, and I will take the missed opportunity and just kind of. I never let go of the Samsonite, so it's just rolling, and I'm just
you didn't crit
dragging it
fail,
with
so you
me.
just dragged it. Yeah, you just scuffed it a
dragging
little bit.
it.
It's a
So-
good thing you failed for her because falling hurts.
As
All right.
we know.
All right, so Tuco, you're standing. You kind of step behind the Escalade as these 2 zombies are headed your direction. You like swipe at one to try and slow it down, and are now like in its way. But Ricky gets to go next.
All right. The door is still shut, correct?
Correct. There is something coming. You can hear something
Yeah,
coming from like the back room.
Ricky's gonna grab the base of the floor lamp across the room,
Okay.
and he's going to with his good hand, he's going to drag that lamp over, put the base at the bottom of the door, and just start kicking the base into the bottom of the door to try and block the door from being opened.
Okay. The front door from where Jimmy Buck is.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. We will what we'll do is we'll just say that he's going to be at a -2 on his strength roll to try and open the door, and you guys can roll. One person can be the primary, and the other person will roll straight up as opposed to the -2.
One question that hasn't come up yet: does Ricky lose strength because of the loss of his arm?
I think you lost a die.
Okay, yeah, okay, that would downgrade him to a D4 then. Okay, good.
Right.
I just wanted to be sure. I assumed there had to be something, but
Right. All right, so now it is the zombies. So the back door, all right, so inside the trailer, you have now wedged this floor lamp to keep the front door closed, and then one of the door to the bedroom opens up, and you see this this zombie woman come walking out. She's wearing a nightie, and she's like. And she is now approaching. As a matter of fact, she's close enough she can actually attack. So she has a clutch purse that looks like the she's got a hold of the handles, and one of the handles is like broken off, so it's like a pointy handle, and it looks like she's going to try and hit somebody with it. So I'm going to randomize because it could be either Gretsky or Ricky. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3 is Ricky. And I roll a 5. So it's going to be Gretsky. So the zombie is now trying to poke Gretsky with the handle of her Jimmy Joe.
And the zombies
purse.
inside the trailer.
There's one zombie inside the trailer, came from his bedroom.
Yep.
And so they're going to roll a fighting. Now, zombies are not wild cards, so I just get the one fighting die going against Gretsky's parry.
Of 2.
And I got a ace, so I roll an 8. So that is a raise. So a damage.
Get
Okay.
a little bonus damage, yeah.
Strength plus a D4 plus an additional D6. All right. Strength plus a D4. Strength of
Here's where shit starts to get wild.
D6. And then, all right. So I'm rolling a D4 and 2 D6 for damage on Grets. All right. So I roll a 4, 3, so that's 7. I ace the 4-sider, so that is 11. And 11, so 12, 13. What is your toughness, Gretsky?
5.
Okay, so that is 8 over. So that is a raise. So that means you are shaken and have taken a wound. Do you want to spend a Benny to soak?
Yep.
Okay, spending a Benny. So you're going to roll your vigor and a D6, and you need a 4 to soak the...
4.
Okay, you soak the damage. All right, so she comes in and she scratches you with and like hooks into your hoodie, and now
Not my hoodie again.
It doesn't pierce your hoodie. It just kind of hooks it. So now it's like pulling against your hoodie, but it doesn't hurt you. Okay, so that is the one zombie that's inside the trailer. The 2 zombies that are like up against Tuco, you tried to swat the walker away from one of them, and it just like one hands the walker and is now going over the top at you. They're going to get there's 2 on 1, so it's a gang up bonus. So I get a +1 on their attacks. So you've got
Yes, you do.
So you got
Gangbusters.
You've got a 4-prong cane that one's swinging at you, and the other one is swinging at you the other direction with wheeled walker. All right, and I'm at a +1 on each one of these rolls against.
Baby, they just like Hulk swinging these things at me.
Right. Like they didn't even really need them.
They're Randy Savage in there right
That's
now.
right. That's right. All right. So I get a +1 to each one of these rolls. That is a 6. What is your parry?
It's 2.
Oof. Okay, so that's a raise, and then I ace the other one, so that's 6.
Can
7,
I
9,
bend
10.
something here?
Not yet.
Remember, keep a lookout behind you for one of the zombies' managers because they always come in and sneak in. And
That's right. He's going to grab your feet and pull you down. Right. So that is 2 raise hits. So that doesn't look good for Tuco. So
Can
we've
I
got.
Benny any of that? Can I do
You can Benny here in a moment when you are soaking the damage.
Oh boy.
So unless you have some sort of a talent or something like that that would allow you to do something, but I don't believe you do.
No, I don't think I do.
All right, so
No.
the
It's not my thing.
Yep. So the cane across the bridge of your nose.
Oh, great.
Oof. Oof. All right, so that is 11.
Did you just ooh?
Yeah, oof. So let's see. I rolled a 1 on the 4-sider, a 4 on the 6-sider, then I aced the other 6-sider. So that is 11 plus another d6 because that explodes, and that is another 6. So that explodes, and that is a 1. So that is 12. Let's see here. That's 16, 17, 18 damage. What is your toughness?
5.
All right, so that is 13 over. So that's going to be 2 wounds.
Mhm.
Yep. So I'm assuming you're spending your Benny to soak. All right, you need to roll a vigor check plus a d6. You get a.
It looks like actually Tuco gets another Benny.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Oh, is that
our friend?
Thank you, Gage.
Our audience friend.
Okay, so someone's trying to stave off Tuco's.
For now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Then somebody's going to come in with the chair, and it's going to be all over with.
Do I get to roll my wild with this?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to need 4 to soak 1. You're going to need 8 to soak both.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I got 7.
Okay, so you soak 1. Do you want to spend another Benny? It doesn't go away. So you've already soaked 1. If you spend another Benny, you get to roll again, and you get the opportunity to soak the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me burn it.
All right.
I'm out of bennies right now.
No, you're not. You have 2. I've been keeping track.
Oh, that's right.
Travis, remember, Eric hasn't killed anybody yet, so
I know. That's like when I'm.
Good luck.
Oh, so that's 7.
7. So you soak the second one. All right. So that was the cane. Now here comes the walker. Pow!
Yeah.
All right. So the walker hits you. The cane goes high. Walker goes low.
Is there other name Texas Ranger?
Yeah. All right. So I do not ace any of these dice. So that's lucky for you. So that is 7, 8, 9, 10 against your toughness of what? 5?
5.
So that is
a raise on that. Yeah.
10. Yeah, it's the 5 plus. Yep. So that's a raise. So that's another wound. So are you going? You have 2 bennies left. Are you going to spend a benny to soak this wound? If you don't, all of your targets are at plus, or your dice are at -1 for until you get healed.
I can't really afford to do that right now, though. I'll burn 1 more.
Okay, so you're down.
I got 1 left.
You have 1 benny left.
You got this.
Oh yeah. 7.
Yep, there you go. You soak it. All right, so as per my count, I have Frank with 3 bennies. I have Tuco with 1. I have Ricky with 3. And I have Gretsky with 5. Okay. All right, so...
That sounds about right. Wayne's been pretty on point with the humor tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and it looks like we're now to initiative. So we'll start it all over again, and that's the thing. No jokers were pulled from the deck, so we're using the same deck, no shuffle, and which increases the odds that you will pull a joke. Someone will pull a joker. Who will it be? All right, Frank, 7 of clubs. Tuco, 5 of spades. Ricky, 4 of hearts.
Oof.
Gretsky, 7 of diamonds. Man, there have been no high cards pulled at all. Jimmy, what the hell? 2 of spades.
Yes.
Zombies, king of spades. All right, so it looks like the zombies are going first. So they went last time. That's the way Savage Worlds does, baby. Sometimes you go last, sometimes you go first, sometimes you get to go back to back. So the zombies went high-low on Tuco the last time. Now they're both just going straight high.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. From the top turnbuckle.
You know, I mean, I thought this would be in a different rule system, but I forget it's Eric and it's Eric's rolls.
At least it's not roll 20, because then you'd just be seeing everything, right?
We're screwed.
yeah.
We're so screwed.
All right, here we go. So they're at a +1 to each one of these.
And just for the group, and again, maybe for Travis as well, we have a reminder from our chat that we can spend bennies for new cards.
Yes, you may, if you wish to. Before we start rolling here, if you want to spend a Benny. Now, Travis is down to his last Benny.
Yeah.
But if any of you want to spend a Benny to redraw a card, you may. Any takers? No.
Negative. Ghost Rider.
I'm good.
Yeah, because
I mean, the zombies got what, King?
King. Yeah.
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 Pretty tough to beat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I only
I'll
got
tell you
one
what.
left, Subber.
I believe that works for the game master as well, right?
It do.
Yep. So I'm for Jimmy, who pulled a 2 of spades. I'm
Oh,
spending
you
a
would've
game
fucking-
master Benny to draw another card
Jimmy?
for
Can I
Jimmy.
spend a Benny to make him draw a different card?
And he draws a 4 of clubs. So
Oof,
not much
not much
better.
better.
Not much
No.
better. It's
No,
actually
I wouldn't waste a Benny on that.
It's good.
okay. All right. So anyway, the zombies. So the zombies are just piling on Tuco. Word of warning, Tuco. After this round, there's going to be 2 more zombies on you.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to burn my last Benny. Pull me a card.
Okay.
They got to beat that king, though, man. That's gonna be
What
so
else am I
hard.
going to do? I don't have enough Bennies to
Well,
survive
right
these
now you're only
zombies.
facing 2 of them. Next,
Right.
you'll be able to go before they get the.
I'd save it to soak the wounds that you're going to
yeah,
take.
you're right. Okay, never mind.
All right. So here we go.
Like
All right. So their attack on Tuco. I got an ace and a 4. What's your parry again?
that. 2.
All right. So that's a hit, and then an ace, which that's another ace. And another ace.
An ace is what exactly?
Max roll on the dice.
Yeah. So it means he gets to re-roll and add.
Reroll and add. Right now I'm at an 18. It doesn't matter because once you've raised, that's it. You're not going to continue. So I got 1 hit and an raise hit. So we'll do the regular hit first, and then we'll do the raise hit second. All right. So the cane hits you again. All right, and I'm looking at a toughness of 3. What's your toughness?
I got 5. So
All right, so it doesn't hurt you. Doesn't even mess with
Oh,
you.
it doesn't hurt me. Okay.
Nope, doesn't touch you. All right, so the cane just kind of goes against you, doesn't really do anything, but just the setup for the walker again. Ooh. So that is a 4 on a 6-sider, an ace on a 6-sider, an ace on a 4-sider. So that right now is at 14.
Okay.
I ace again on the 6-sider, so that's 14. That's 23.
Fucking
28 damage with the.
Wow.
Is it even worth?
So your toughness is
Yes,
Obsidian?
yes, because you could ace.
yes. So
Yes.
Okay.
your toughness is 5, correct? So that's
Yes.
23 over your toughness. So that is 4 wounds. So spending the Benny,
Okay.
last Benny to soak
Yeah, yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's a 6 total.
6, so you are at 3. You lost all of your wounds, but you haven't because you get 3 wounds. Once you're down all 3, you're out. You're incapacitated. Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
So you're not. Yeah, you're still
pushed.
standing.
yeah. You're not
I pushed.
dead. You're not dead. But if you get hit one more time, and zombies are they're not nice people. They have a tendency to pile on. So you have incurred the wrath of the geriatric zombies
no
there.
shit.
All right, so Granny,
Gage is giving us a note in the chat For Tuco's incapacitation roll, you have to take a 4th.
Yes. So he is not. You are still. You're still viable. You're just at a -3 to all of your rolls. Yeah, you are not out. You are not out. You're just
Close, though.
fucked up. All right. So
A walker will do that to
that's
you.
right.
You
That's
know,
right.
at
Walker,
full swing.
on. Yeah, full swing. Sure. So then the one in the trailer is going to go at Gretsky again.
Pretty sure they all had me in the pool.
Yep.
I'm fairly sure they did all have you in the pool.
All right. So that's a 5 on Gretsky. Gretsky, your parry is a 2, correct?
Yep.
So that's a straight up hit, no raise. Damage of with her her janky handle. Total of 4. What's your toughness?
5.
Nothing. Take nothing. All right, so that's the zombies. Next round, there is going to be 4 zombies on Tuco.
Oh, jeez.
And then there's also Granny. She is being pulled by Frank. She lets go of Brittany and is now like trying to bite Frank.
Oh, jeez.
So it's a fighting roll. Ace. 11
That is a hit with a raise.
Hit
As
with a
I have
raise
parry
on-
of 5.
on the bite. All right. So how much damage does she bite out Frank's throat? That's the question. All right. Damage is no aces. That's good. That's
is very
7, 8, 9, 10. What's your toughness?
Toughness of 4.
Toughness of 4 on a 10. So that's just a shaken, right?
No, that's a wound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she did 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So
Yeah, you're right.
Wound to be 8. Yeah.
Yep. You're right. All right. Spending the Benny to soak.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'd also like to pass another Benny to Jenny Sasquatch if we can, because it was an Imperial Walker.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. It says,
Yes, it was.
says it right on the side.
Galactic Standard.
Imperial Walker. Right.
I did not get a. I'm going to spend one more Benny.
Okay.
As I did not succeed.
All right. So Frank is now down to his last Benny.
There we go. There's a 5.
Okay. So you soak the wound.
Yes.
All right. So that is the zombies, and now it looks like in reverse alphabetical order, it's going to be Gretsky. After Gretsky, it's going to be Frank.
All right.
So yeah, you got this and she doesn't look like, she's not like, ancient old. She looks like she's like in her early 60s or was in her early 60s. And she is like all up on you with the handle of this the like wooden handle of this purse, and she's wearing a very sheer negligee.
I'm going to try to take the wooden handle out of her hand.
Okay, that would be a
Armor.
Yep, that's a fighting check against her parry.
All right. And I don't have fighting.
Okay.
So it's going to be D4 minus 2 plus
Okay.
wild die.
Yes.
2.
Or you want to Benny that? You're on the biggest stack of bennies. Or you want to
Yeah,
save it?
let's do it.
Okay,
Benny Burning Party.
that's right.
1.
Is that a 1 on the dice?
No, that was with the modifier.
Okay. Yeah, if you roll 1 on the dice, it's bad. If you roll 1 on both dice, it's super bad.
I did get a 1 on one of the dice.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's still a fail. It's not going to hurt. It's not. You're not supremely screwed. Okay.
So I am unable to.
Yeah. You like reach to grab it and it pokes your hand. Ow. Yeah. No damage. Just annoying. All right, Frank, what you doing?
Good question. I'm going to yell at Brittany to take a free action, tell her to get the Escalade started,
Okay. She does. She'll do that on your action.
and I'll take a second free action. Your grandma's a real bitch.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and drag her. Actually, I'll have Brittany pop the hatch on the back.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and drag Granny and throw her into the back
Okay. All right.
of the Escalade. And I'm keeping an eye. I'm going to keep an eye on Tuco as I watch like him just get beamed with this walker.
Right. All right. So you're doing a opposed strength check to try and drag her into the back.
You are correct, sir.
All right. Beat a 4.
I'm gonna get a 10.
All right. Yeah, with a raise. So yeah, you've got her. You manhandle her into the back, and you can kind of do whatever you want.
Does this Escalade have like little like cargo holding type straps and stuff?
Sure does.
All right, I'm gonna try and like lock Granny into position.
Yep. She is locked down.
Nice. All right, and then yeah, I mean, and that's my action. But now I'm gonna be like going over to try and help Tuco if he needs it.
All right. Looks like next up is Tuco.
Are the doors of the Escalade child locked?
That's a great question. We'll find out in this turn. Because Tuco's getting the fuck out of time.
All right, so you're running off. Okay.
I'm running towards actually the driver's seat where Brittany's at.
Okay.
And like did she get an initiative roll or did she
I just
I want to push her, like I'm waving at her to like
move over.
Move over.
So
she
she starts the vehicle, and that's easy. So she looks over and sees you running, and you're telling her to scoot over, and she just slides over.
And so if I have enough movement to kind of like jump in,
Yeah, that's no problem.
like jump in, and what's directly in front of the Escalade?
Well, she
pulled
into the parking spot, so it's just like like they laid down like they split like a railroad tie into like 4 pieces, and they made it so like there's just like a little bit of a curve.
So she's properly parked in a spot.
Yeah. If she goes forward, she's just going to go into Mima's yard.
Okay.
Which I mean, she could do. It's not like it's
No, I put it into reverse, and I just look back at Ricky, and I'm like, "Are you getting in?" Or I look back at Frank.
Frank is full on in the back. Yeah, he like drug her in the back. So he's.
Did you hang outside or did you jump in?
I'm probably like, I figure I probably got like one leg in there and one on the ground as I'm trying to like finish clicking her into position. I'm like, we gotta get Gretsky and the one-armed bandit.
Yeah. So
for my action, I guess what I would do is I would just throw it into reverse, and
that's fine.
That would be kind of where I'm at.
And as the vehicle starts to move, Frank just to like lean his body forward, and he's in the back. So
yeah.
Okay, Ricky, what are you doing?
If it looks as though at the moment the zombie in the room with us is still assaulting Gretsky, yes?
Correct.
And we have the door behind me. There's banging on the door, but the door has not been moved.
Correct. He hasn't gone yet.
Okay. Decisions. Ricky's going to kind of do like it worked once for him, so he's going to try it again. He's going to like kind of just scream into the air and bum rush this like negligee wearing granny.
All right.
Just trying to get her away from Gretsky.
Okay, that's a fighting check.
Right, so again, I'll go to my trusty D4 since I don't have fighting. Ooh, explosion. It's a -2, right, with no fighting?
Correct.
Okay, that's a 5.
5 is a hit. Right on.
All right.
So you're attempting a tackle?
Yes.
All right. So that would just be an opposed strength check.
All
you
right,
do get your wild die on that.
Wonderful D4. And I was informed by Mr. Hussman, Mr. Hussman, that there is a one-arm hindrance, a major, -4 to tasks that require 2 hands. So,
Mhm.
would you consider this something that would be a -4?
No, because you're really just using your weight. You're doing more of a full on like
It's a
shoulder
it's like a
tackle.
shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, you're not trying to wrap her up. You're trying to bowl her over. All right, so it's an opposed strength check, beat a 3.
Well, I got a 4, so
Nice.
we're good.
Yep. So she lets go. She was like trying to poke Gretsky with this thing, and you just come from the side and go boom and knock her down. So now she is below you, like full on, like twisted as you both fell, legs wrapped around you, laying on the floor. All right, and now it is Jimmy Buck. All right, Gretsky. Jimmy Buck is attempting to open the door, and you have it wedged, and you are now by yourself, so you're not. So he's at a -2. You're at a straight up strength check, unless you
Alright.
unless you have something else up your sleeve.
Nope, I got nothing up my sleeve.
Okay. All right, and you set the DC.
8.
Fail. So he's trying to wrench the door open, and you've got it propped with this floor lamp and yourself, and that door is not opening. And he's like, "God damn it! Open the goddamn door! Get out of my goddamn house!
You're a sicko.
I'm gonna set that motherfucker on fire. Then where the fuck will you be?" All right. Initiatives. Frank. Joker. So that means Frank gets to go whenever he wants to, and gets a +2 to all of his rolls.
That also means if Tuco would have spent the Betty, he would have gotten it.
God.
Thank you for pointing that out, Gretsky.
Thanks.
That's called rubbing the salt in the wound, Gretsky,
Yeah.
and I'm giving you a Benny for it.
You're on fire today.
You definitely get bennies from me for Schadenfreude. Tuco, King of Clubs.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Ricky, 5 of Clubs.
All right.
Gretz, 3 of Hearts. Jimmy Buck, 10 of Spades. Zombies, 4 of Diamonds. All right.
Point of order. When the Joker is drawn, all the players get an additional Benny.
Everybody gets a Benny. That's right. So that
Woot.
puts Tuco at 1. It puts Frank at 2. It puts Ricky at 4. And it puts Gretsky at...
3 dozen.
No, puts him at 6. So half a dozen. All right. So, Frank, you go whenever you want. If you opt not to go first, that's fine. Just let me know when you want to jump in. Are you opting to go first? Or are you waiting?
Can I? Okay, I can see Jimmy Buck.
Yeah.
Or whatever. His
Oh,
name
yeah.
is.
You hear him. You hear him yelling, all that stuff. He's right there at the door. He's yelling it. And you know your friends went into that trailer.
I am. Frank is going to grab a nearby like paving, landscaping brick type thing.
Sure.
And as being that he's arrogant and likes to take on the biggest threat, he's going to start cursing at him in Spanish.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw the brick to try and beam him with it.
All right. You're hucking a brick at him. Okay.
Hucking a brick.
All right.
That'd be athletics. And I get a +2 on this because I got the Joker. Was that the black Joker or the red Joker?
That is the black Joker.
So that would be the B Joe. All right, here we go. Chucking that brick. That is. That's a 7. I'll stick
Is that with your
that.
+2?
Yeah, with the +2, it's a 7.
All right. Well, that's still a hit. You need a 4 on a ranged attack
Right, I'll take that. All right.
All right.
What kind of damage?
with a brick, landscaping brick. We'll say it's the way that they've got them. The landscaping bricks here. When you pull it out, you notice that it's not jagged, but it's pointed, and when you pull it out of the ground, it matches that symbol that was etched into the wall. So it's like this like 5-pointed star. So it's almost like a big chunky stone throwing star.
Ooh, damn! All right.
So you chuck it and you get a D6.
All right.
Plus
So
your
just a single D6.
Single D6 plus your strength.
Plus my strength, which is that. Okay. Oh, great. I just broke the demonic summoning circle by pulling the stone out, guys. Sorry. That's only 5, but you know what? I am going to. Can I spend a penny to reroll damage? Yes.
I believe, yes, you can.
All right. So I'm going to do that. I want to hurt this guy a little bit more.
Just a reminder, Eric, I don't know if you caught it, but Tuco actually has another Benny that was given by Gage earlier.
Okay. Now you were at
Oh.
2, Tuco. Keeping Tuco
That's going
alive.
to be a total of 9 points of
That's
damage.
going to help.
9 on Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy's toughness is a 6, so that definitely hurts him.
So close. All right. I shook him.
Yep. So, yep, he's shaking. So he's not, whenever he goes, he's going to have to unshake, or he doesn't get the chance to try and open the door. All right, Tuco is next.
So I pulled the Escalade back.
Mm-hmm.
These, like, what's Jimmy standing on? Like, is it?
He's
a
on. It's just
raised
it's
porch?
a it's
Is
just
it
yeah
a-
three steps, and then just like a small square porch that's like set into the side of the trailer.
I want to gun it.
Okay.
Like, I'm in the Escalade. I'm just gonna gun the steps to the door.
Are you just gonna like
Try to
just
hit him with the
ram him?
car.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Try to
Do you have
ram
driving?
him. No.
Okay. So that is a D4 minus 2.
No. and what makes that even better is that you kicked the driver out of the driver's seat so you could drive.
Yeah.
Get out of that seat. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna sit there.
You are totally right. It's zombies, man. He panicked.
I got this. Get over. She's like, I'm a professional driver.
So that's it's a D4 minus 2.
Correct.
0.
Okay, you get your wild die on that too.
Oh. Thank
It's
you.
also at a minus 2 though.
Well. Okay, so actually. So that'll be a 5.
Okay. So that's a success. So you ram into the stairs and you hit him. I'll say, I mean, you generate enough power, I'll give you a D10 for damage.
Okay. So that.
And always, as always, you get a D6. Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'll give you a D6.
So 10 damage.
10 damage on Jimmy. That is a raise, so that would be a wound. I'll spend the Benny to soak the wound. His toughness is, or his vigor is D6. And so it's 1 wound. Bird nuts. So he takes a wound. He does not soak that wound. And bird nuts, that's a crit fail. So I can't even, I don't think I can Benny anymore. So you hit him, boom. You knock him off the porch. The porch actually just kind of like crumbles under the weight of this Escalade. So Gretsky, both Ricky is laying there with this zombie wrapped around him. Ricky, it's your turn, but you hear this crunching sound, and through the window of the door, you can see the Escalade is like right there now. So Ricky, what are you doing?
Like the Escalade is okay. Ricky is going to try to grab something nearby to like pound on the head of the sexy granny.
Sexy
zombie.
granny.
He's,
Okay, sure. All right, so you
he's
reach
crushing.
over and you like
Is it
fumble.
is it like an old glass ashtray on the coffee table?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so, yeah, he's gonna grab that and just start like slamming it
Yeah,
down.
you got a Schlitz.
boy.
It's got like this big ass Schlitz ashtray.
He's got his stump kind of jammed into the neck area, like underneath the
Ooh.
chin, and he's just like,
All
"Grrr."
right, roll it
Grinding stump.
up. Stump grind, right?
Once again, we'll go back to that trusty D4. Yes, explode.
Needed to do that together.
That's a 9.
9,
No, it's a 7.
7.
Oh, gosh.
That's a hit. You hit her. You are hitting a zombie in the head. You get +2 to your damage. So it's going to be so you got a big heavy. So it's going to be your strength plus a D4 at a +2 to your roll.
That actually exploded. 9.
Okay. You
Not great, but
well, yeah, but it beats its toughness, so it's shaken. So it lets go of you.
all right.
Okay, so you bang it and now it's Gretsky's turn. You can Ricky, you can actually move. So if you want to move action, you can. Ricky.
Sorry. He's gonna he'll definitely roll off
Okay.
Granny if Granny is stunned.
Yes.
But I'm guessing it'll probably take him the rest of the turn to get up.
Right.
Okay, with seeing the Escalade right outside the door,
Mhm.
I am going to open the door.
Okay.
And first thing I'm looking for, Jimmy's walkie-talkie.
Okay.
Did he drop it or is it still on
If
him?
you want to affect the story and spend a penny, you can.
I will spend a penny.
Okay. Where is the walkie-talkie?
Walkie-talkie is right there by the tire of the Escalade.
All right. There you go.
So I jump down, grab it, hit the button, and just say into it, return to your homes, return to your homes.
Okay. All right. So you grab the walkie-talkie, return to your homes, return to your homes. Jimmy is laying there. He has to recover from his shaken. And he does not, a 1 and a 3. So he continues to be shaken. He is now crawling, like on all fours, like hands and knees. And he just looks like he's like trying to crawl away. And then the zombies, Granny zombie has to recover from her shaken, and she rolls a 2, so she does not. The other zombies are now like coming down the road. Looks like they're about at least if they go before the PCs, they will be at the Escalade at the end of next round. So that means we reshuffle.
We'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen.
And
Yes.
So a Joker was drawn, so I reshuffle the deck. All right. Frank, 10 of hearts. Tuco, 10 of... No. Frank gets 10 of diamonds. Tuco gets 10 of hearts.
Ooh.
Ricky, ace of diamonds. Gretsky, jack of spades.
There's those high cards.
Nice.
There they are.
Yeah.
Jimmy, 4 of diamonds. Zombies, 2 of clubs. So all the PCs are going before the bad guys, starting
Yeah,
with
boy.
Ricky. So
All
you
right,
roll
Ricky's-
off of Granny. Granny's like, she's like,
Ricky's gonna
Aw.
grab the power cord, like kind of just yank it out of the lamp,
Sure.
and I'd like to make an I don't know if electronics would work for this. It's electric, but it's not really tech.
Uh-huh.
But I think he's gonna try and use the power cord to shock Jimmy as they're on their way out the door.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna you're not pulling it out of the wall. You're pulling it out of the actual. So you've got bare wire,
Bare wire.
and you're just gonna stick it on him. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Sure. That's not really electronics. It's more of a.
Okay.
You're just like touching him with it. If you want to spend a penny, you won't even have to roll.
Yeah, I will spend a penny for that. I think that'd be a wise use of a penny.
Okay. So yeah, he's got his ass up in the air. He's got like a one of those belts that has like the metal discs all like equidistant all the way around, and you just kind of he's like
The trailer dims.
yes, right, yeah. You hear the transformer go. Okay. And what else? So you pull that out and you just kind of jump down and you're next to the Escalade. You stick it on him.
And then Ricky's gonna get in the Escalade.
Get in the Escalade, okay? Gretsky,
I'm hopping in the Escalade,
getting in the Escalade, okay?
and I keep the whole time yelling into the walkie-talkie, "Return to your homes! Return to your homes!"
Okay. All right. Looks like it's in reverse alphabetical, so it's going to be Tuco in the driver's seat. Looks like everybody's in the Escalade. Ricky and Gretsky.
So if I do a reverse out one of these moves, kind of like this,
Uh-huh.
in that arc that I'm doing, because I'm trying to back out so I'm headed straight to go out
Sure.
of the place.
Right.
Are there any zombies I could back over?
Sure. Absolutely.
All right, that's my
Yeah. Make a
If you've got an Escalade, that's really what you want to do with it.
right.
Yeah.
That's what they're made for.
Kind of
So-
what they're made for. Yeah, right.
All right. So go ahead and make a driving check.
hey, here we go. So this is the D4.
D4 and a
minus
D6,
two.
and then minus
Yep.
2.
I think Escalade is like French Canadian for Zombie Crush.
Yes.
I believe you're correct.
All right, that is a 3, 6, 4. It's a 4.
4 is not going to hit their parry, unfortunately. You want to Benny that, or you?
Yep, I'll Benny it.
All
All
right.
right, we're gonna Benny it because I
Okay.
do want to run buddy else.
No, he's going to get the crit fail.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. That's better. So that is 7. That's 5.
5 is on the nose. So roll a D3. That's how many zombies you hit, because they're pretty tightly packed. Although they were going down the road, they actually stopped and looked like they were turning around as you backed into them.
3.
3? All right, so you run over 3 of them.
There's like a couple of clunky noises and a walker bounces over the windshield.
Yeah. Right, yes, exactly. Yeah,
It's
so
a
you
familiar walker.
yes, it's the Imperial Walker. So boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you kind of bounce as you hit a few things. And Frank, are you doing anything? You're now firmly in the back with tied up Grandma.
Yeah, the only thing Frank would do is, as the Escalade is getting ready to pull out, if he could, he would try, because he's going to take advantage of Tuco backing out to secure one more stone,
Okay.
paving stone,
All right.
or landscaping stone. He's going to chuck it at Jimmy.
All right, give her one last chuck, and then I'm assuming the Escalade is pulling away and fleeing.
That is going to be a 4.
That's a hit on a ranged attack.
That was you said a D6, right?
D6, correct. Plus your strength.
You know what? Since we're pulling away, I'm going to spend a Benny, reroll
right.
that damage,
Okay.
and that's what I'm talking about. 11 points.
11. All right. Jimmy's toughness is 6, so that is a raise. All right, and he's going to spend his Benny to soak. Bird nuts. So he has now taken 2 wounds. And the Escalade goes into drive and peels out away from Quiet Rest Villas. All right. We will go into a post game. So I didn't kill anybody.
You didn't. What the
Barely.
hell?
I got lucky.
It got you real close.
Yeah, got real close.
Yeah, it did. So,
I already know I'm still 3 wounds. Like.
oh yeah,
So, like,
you're messed up.
Tuco's nose is a bloody mess. It's just smush, it's just a smushed thing, you know. His eyes all hurt, and his shoulders like out of socket, you know.
But at least he's
Driving
driving. He's
one-handed.
driving.
That's right.
Man,
He's
I
all
wouldn't really
fucked up.
call it
He's driving,
it's
right?
Off-roading.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a pretty rough one. But also, wasn't resolved. I mean, you guys got there and figured out what was going on, but bad guy's still alive.
Yeah, we didn't stop anything.
No, we didn't stop anything. We just
Yep.
didn't die, and we got Granny.
And you got Granny. You've got
Got
zombie
Granny.
Granny. Whatever you're gonna do with her.
I mean, you know, technically,
Well, it's really up to
technically
Frank right now at this point.
we saved Brittany's grandma.
You did. You did.
True. We did that task.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
question is she alive?
That's a good
Because
question.
we called these things zombies, but I think that Tuco was just running over elderly people
They were-
who were brainwashed.
That's right.
those elderly people, they're really strong.
I would imagine Tuco took a free action to say, "Okay,
Yeah.
boomer," as he was.
But Tuco was also still on that weird, like, laced mall weed he got from the theater kid. So, you know,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
maybe Tuco was seeing zombies.
Right.
It's fucked up, man.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching and sticking with us. We will. I think we're scheduled to come back maybe in 2 weeks, but we'll definitely post that on social media, and we'll see about who what happens to Brittany's granny, and maybe what happened to Jimmy. Is he's going to stick around and keep doing his thing now that he's been found out? Nobody knows. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time.